Testing, testing, 1, 2. Sounds like everything's working. Yep, it's all working. Hello everyone, my name is Mars and we're back with Senwa Song Zero. Today, we're going to be doing Trigger's story, which is, if I can turn my control on for a second. 0-point calibration. And if we have time, I'll do Virtual World Battlestorm. Yeah, so this is looking a bit interesting. I am trying to get Trigger, by the way. I need, what do you call it? Polygyms or whatever. I don't know. Different names get me confused. I'm pretty sure Polychrome. Yeah, that was it. Anyway, it's time to get started. Thought the game was being a bit slow, but looks fine. That's fine. Out of sight. Ice and ether. Alright. This is a story that took place in the past. A story of a rookie proxy named Faithin who meets a young lady at the crossroads of fate. Well, we've been on 6th Street for a while now. How many internet commissions have we taken this past few days? We're still newbies, so you know how it is. We haven't received many commissions yet. It's okay, we're starting our proxy business and video store from scratch. Side by side. It'll take time. These days, I've been focused on managing the store, so thank you for taking care of the internet business, Belle. Having this cozy little home with you is already much better than the life we had just after leaving the academy. As long as we slowly build our reputation, we'll eventually have a chance to cover clues about the fall of the old capital. Belle will take it slow. Yeah, but I still want to take on some commissions. Yeah, but I'll get bored when there are no commissions. Belle, your enthusiasm to do something, but your troubles will soon be resolved. I saw how hard you've been searching for commissions, so these past few days I found an intelligence broker on internet who can introduce commissions to us. As long as we can establish a long-term partnership with this professional intelligence broker, we shouldn't have to worry about getting commissions in the future. As your older brother, I also want to be able to help you. Good job. Thanks. I think I've done a good job too. Smug asshole. I arranged to meet him at the studio today. He should be arriving soon. At that moment, a sudden knocking comes from the door. He's here, just in time. Belle, let's go talk to him. Who knows, maybe a cool surprise will be waiting for us on our first commission with him. Yeah, it was weird to trust someone from the internet when it comes to information brokering. If we told them we were Faithin right away, they'd probably sold us out. As the front door is open, a man in a suit walks in. Although he wears a friendly and reliable smile, there is still something slightly off about him. Belle, allow me to introduce our future partner, the intelligence broker I found on internet. Nice to meet you both. You can call me Shepard. I'm glad you two chose to work with me. By the way, are you just starting out in this line of work? Nice to meet you. We haven't been in the business for too long. I understand. It's normal for rookie proxies like you two to have a hard time finding commissions. Please don't worry. As an intelligence broker, I exist precisely for people like you. Let me check my notes. Your name is Faithin, right? What kind of commissions do you usually specialize in? We have superior technology. What an energetic response. These days, many young proxies lack the energy you have. That being said, combat way commissions might be a bit tricky, right? You two don't seem like fighters, and hiring combat personnel can be expensive for new proxies. To be honest, I'm not sure how I feel comfortable assigning you with anything dangerous. We'll find our own way to solve that. I believe you'll see it in the actual commission. The actual commission, huh? Well then, I happen to have a recently issued commission that could serve as a perfect starting point for our partnership. I believe this commission is of the perfect difficulty to assess your abilities. If you're interested, let me explain the details. Should I move to a more convenient place to talk? Not suitable to talk about this at the counter, so you move to a small room with Shepard to discuss things in details.
Our first assignment together is a missing person commission. There's no need for combat or venturing into any hollows, so it's completely safe. Honestly, I can't think of a better way to test your skills.
Why hire a proxy then? Is this really not just a fill job?
To be honest, it feels like you're just filling your quota with this commission.
Don't get me wrong, I'm definitely not trying to pass this off on you. Your ability to navigate the hollow is unquestionable. That's what makes a proxy. But this role involves more than just that, and this commission is a perfect opportunity to demonstrate those other skills. To be honest, the client barely gave us anything to work with, just pieces of info. That's why this is a perfect chance to show off your skills in gathering intel, spotting details, and negotiating. All the makings of a top-tier proxy.
Okay. Accept commission.
You've made your point. Guess we can't refuse now. Let's see the job.
Shepard nods in satisfaction and pulls out 3 items from his pocket: a harmonica, a sheet of music, and an old photo. Huh. Nothing on the back. A somewhat aged photograph. Though the image remains very clear, a blonde young woman with her eyes covered leans against the wall. For some reason, her silhouette seems so fragile, as if she might shatter into pieces any moment, filled with such a profound sadness. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It looks like she's in some type of robe.
The client has only provided us with these 3 clues. All we know is that the woman in the photo is your target.
Just a photo. So even the client doesn't know her name, identity, or whereabouts? And what's the deal with the harmonica and the sheet music?
The client doesn't seem to have any more info, though it's possible they just don't want to share. But the client did mention if you get stuck, you should try playing the sheet music with the harmonica.
Oh no, I don't think any of them are musicians.
Well then, I'll leave this commission in your capable hands. Keep me in the loop if you make any breakthroughs. Just ping me on Knock Knock.
A single photo and a melody. Feels like chasing shadows. Belle, where do you think we should start?
Let's go to Port Elpis and look for clues.
Maybe we should start with Port Elpis. A woman with her eyes covered isn't exactly someone you see every day. Remember when we went to visit the sea? I'm pretty sure we spotted someone like that back then.
How convenient.
Remember? I was in a bad mood that day, so you took me to the port to clear my head. We bought some fries, but you were so busy staring at that girl with her eyes covered, a seagull snatched them right out of your hand.
Okay, so Bryce has a crush.
Why do you sound mad? Now that I think about it, that woman did look a lot like the one in the photo. I was just a bit distracted. I didn't mean to stare. Next time I'll make sure to watch my fries more carefully. Well, thanks to you, we've got a lead now. Let's head to the port and see what we can find.
Knowing when you stare longing at women at the sea, that means you have a crush on them. That or they're just attractive. Actually, let's go attractive for that one. Crush is a little too extreme. Well, we arrived. Time to find our missing person. However, it was a week ago when we saw that lady, and we can't be sure if she's the person we're looking for. Even if she is, it's uncertain whether she's still around here. Let's look around for clues then. Right, since we don't have any other leads right now, let's try our luck here. I'll attempt to hack into the cameras to check if she's been around recently. As for you, Belle, take a photo and ask the locals and passerby around the bit extreme for camera hacking, isn't it? Ah, whatever. I'm gonna do Tater King. Fries and hot dog combos are hot seller. Would you like to give it a try? Could you look at me for like, what, 5 seconds? Oh, have you seen this person? Oh, I remember seeing this girl before. When exactly? Maybe once every 1 or 2 months. I see her wandering around this area, but I've never spoken to her. She doesn't seem to interact with anyone around here, so I don't really know much about her background. So she hasn't been around recently. I don't think so. I don't remember seeing her recently. Are you looking for her? I can keep an eye out for you. Anyway, would you like some fries? The seagulls he's always tried to steal the fries. Alright then. These two girls have been too active recently. Will they have a negative impact on the sales of fries? Looks like I shouldn't be feeding them too much in the future. Anyone want to bet that she might be up there? This room upstairs, someone must be living there, right? If the blindfolded woman has appeared around the port, maybe whoever lives here has seen her. Complete silence, but there seems to be some kind of noise inside. Who? Excuse me, have you seen this person? Who? Let me see. Oh, don't tell me it's an owl that, an owl firing. The door opens slightly. I carefully hand the photo over, and within 3 seconds, the person returns it. Never seen. Disappear. In the end, everyone will disappear, including me. That was awkward. Wait. I was gonna say that was Vivian for a second, but I don't think that was. Vivian doesn't look like the type that would live in a freaking cargo. If we could climb the lighthouse and over the entire port, maybe we can spot the blindfolded woman somewhere. Just as you're about to try open the door, leading to the top of the lighthouse, an old man appears behind you. Hey, what do you think you're doing? This lighthouse is currently off limits. No one is allowed to enter. Sorry, I didn't know. If I hadn't shown up, you would have gone straight in, wouldn't you? This lighthouse hasn't been properly maintained for years. If something happened to you, you would take responsibility. Besides, what do you need to go out for the lighthouse for? Let me see. This girl does have a rather memorable appearance, but I don't remember seeing her before. Maybe she might have been here before. Is that so? We need to keep to around the lighthouse. If she was on the dock's walkway, I definitely would have seen her. If you're looking for her, I suggest checking around there. At the very least, I haven't seen this girl near the house. Okay, good. I didn't have to talk to literally everyone. That girl looks fashionable. Reminds me of a Xenoblade character.
No luck on my end. Belle, did you find anything?
Let's try the harmonica again.
I was wishful thinking to assume that a quick stroll through the port would solve this. But since we're here, might as well give the harmonica a try. Whether it works or not, you owe me some fries before we head back.
I'll do whatever you say, but Belle, would you mind giving the harmonica a try instead? I'm curious to how it sounds.
Wow, you sure know how to set me up. I'm telling you now, though, I can't promise what it'll sound like.
Yeah, you could definitely tell the messing up part. It was pretty accurate. Whatever, you think it sounded good at least. The music continues for half a minute.
How do I put this? It sounds okay once you get used to it. But nothing happened, so I guess we should just get some fries and head back.
Excuse me. Were you the ones playing the harmonica just now?
Well, hello.
Sorry. My sister didn't mean to make such a commotion. We'll just... Wait. You're the one in the photo. Sorry about that. I didn't hear any footsteps, so I didn't realize you were right beside us.
My apologies. Moving quietly is second nature to me. I didn't mean to startle you. If I may ask, where did you learn that melody?
1 second. Oh, we got it from the sheet. Might shoot you a questioning glance. The blindfolded woman from the photo actually appeared. I was surprised, but what now? Let's first things first. Let's bring her back home.
Well, the two of us are proxies, and this song was given to us by a client. We never thought it would actually help us find you. Our client is the one looking for you. Why don't we discuss the details somewhere else?
Yeah, that's the one thing you should offer. Whenever you're trying to find someone, offer them back to your house. That would totally work. Except land you in jail.
I see. Please lead the way. I'd also like to meet this client of yours.
Let's head back to the store.
Okay, let's go check in with Shepard. Oh, I almost forgot. Your name is...
My real name. I haven't used that in a long time. But I do have a code name. You can call me Charon.
Charon, huh? And here I thought it was Trigger. You turn to the video store with the woman who calls herself Charon. Along the way, you introduce yourselves and share a bit about your fledgling proxy business.
Miss Charon, I just reached out to the information broker who posted the commission. He should be here shortly, and you'll be able to meet the client soon. Please take a seat on the couch. I'll get you something to drink.
Thank you, but please, don't mind me. By the way, the second row from the top on your TV wall, third unit from the left, it has a connection issue. You might want to check it out when you have time.
Yeah, it was weird how everyone says she's blind, but she seems to be able to see properly. So there's gotta be something with the Pfizer.
Let me see. You're right. How did you know? No wonder there's been some lag lately.
I rely on my hearing. I lost most of my vision in an accident. I can just about make out the outlines of my surroundings. To move around like an average citizen, I've trained my other senses to be extremely sharp.
Not sure how hearing helps with that, but it's pretty much a sci-fi cyberpunk fantasy game, so I'll just let it roll.
I heard a faint buzzing sound.
There we go.
By moving around the room and noticing the change in sound, I was able to pinpoint the location of the faulty TV.
Sorry to bring it up.
Sorry. I hope my question didn't seem rude.
No need to apologize. Vision isn't the only way to perceive the world. As proxies, you two should know that better than most. Anything that can be seen with your eyes can never be considered a secret.
A subtle silence fills the room. It's clear you each have secrets you don't want to share with others, and there's an unspoken understanding between you. As the silence is on a blink of becoming awkward, a knock sound at the door from outside the shop.
It's me again. You two found the target already? Wow, Phaethon, you guys are incredible. If you're always this fast, you could take on anything.
Jeez, you sound very sarcastic there. Why do you look uneasy?
I'm glad you're impressed. But why do I get the feeling you aren't very happy? You look a little uneasy.
Where to start? It's great that you were able to find the woman in the photo, but there's a new problem. I can't get in touch with the client anymore. There's been no reply from his Knock Knock account since yesterday. I brushed it off at first, but there's still no reply today. Just when I thought he might have skipped town, his account suddenly sent me a location, the edge of a hollow. Who sends something like that in normal circumstances?
That definitely doesn't sound normal. Sounds like something's happened to the client.
Based on what you've said, there's a good chance the client encountered some trouble involving the Hollow. Still, it's too early to say for sure.
Either way, I'll keep trying to reach the client. I hope he's alright. Let's stay in touch for now. We won't be wrapping up this commission for a while.
Sorry, but I overheard your conversation. Could you share that location with me? If I investigate the Hollow, I might pick up some clues.
You're Miss Charon? No offense, but the Hollow isn't somewhere just anyone can waltz into. Without a carrot or combat personnel, it's a death trap. You should wait.
Dude, do you not see what she's wearing?
I'm a soldier. I served with the Eridu Defense Force under the Chrysoberyl Division. Even after retiring, I've made countless trips into the Hollow. You can trust in my combat skills. The heart rates of you and the two proxies here seem to have just spiked. Don't worry. My military days are far behind me. I have no current ties with them. As for getting into the Hollow, proxies, can I request your assistance? I don't know anyone else who could guide me. I'll pay the commission fee as best I can. If you don't want to be involved, that's fine. I'll think of something.
We want to find the client quickly too.
We'd like to find the client ASAP too. I mean, who's gonna cover our commission fee otherwise? Besides, if we said no, you'd just head into the Hollow alone, wouldn't you?
How did you know?
So that was your plan? You just remind me of how wise and I used to be. So desperate to find someone that we didn't even care if we were ready or not. Well, since Miss Charon wants to continue to investigate, I'm willing to act as the proxy for no additional fee. You can relax, Shepard.
I see. That works for me. With the client still unreachable, my hands are tied. Please, look into the hollow, and be careful.
I'm really sorry for troubling you both. Finding this client is very important to me, so I may have acted a bit out of line just now.
It's fine. Seeing how determined you are to find this person, couldn't just stand by doing nothing.
No worries. Seeing how determined you are to find the client, we couldn't just sit by and do nothing. Let's work together to find them.
Alright. Blind pursuit.
We fighting? Take me!
Nah. This is the distant past. I don't have any of these agents. Whatever can solve it. Oh, come on.
Only the brave will win. That's me!
Let's get a breaking logic here. Oh, time paradox.
He's ready for combat. Standing by.
Fine.
We fighting?
Ambi and...
Need something? Looking for my...
Need something?
Looking
Shame I don't have any of the
Need something?
cunning hairs as level 60.
Huh? I'll You have my complete secure the perimeter.
No, that's probably gonna be bad.
Numbers ready for combat. Nothing to feed. My loyalty. Need stand.
He's the cut. You have my
Only the brave.
If you need help, it's our turn.
eradicate all.
Fine.
My blade is ready.
This kind of breaks logic here, but whatever.
Miss Charon, I need some time to calculate the hollow route.
Leave this to me, Proxy. Actually, I've been to this hollow before for reasons. I still remember the way forward clear as day. Ether vision activate.
I wonder if you wait just a little longer. Calculating a path doesn't take that long. Got it!
Engaging. The enemy is ambushing. It'd be more efficient to retrace the path I've already walked. Please come with me, Proxy. The path ahead. It should be right around here. I wasn't here too long ago. One moment, Proxy. I might have misremembered. Just need to think.
Show no mercy.
I'm sure you're well aware that hollows undergo periodic spatial distortions and reconstruction.
Ether vision activate.
There's no time to lose.
Yeah.
Sorry for being so presumptuous, Proxy. I got ahead of myself and made things difficult for you.
It's no trouble. There's a fissure nearby. We can use it to get back on the right path.
Now, by the way, there is some good news. Same with Zone Zero has been confirmed for
By the
Xbox.
way, Miss Carolyn, how are you so fluid when you move and fight?
So when
Because of your sharper hearing and heightened senses?
live stream in the future, it might be on Xbox. And that will make the game not lag as much.
That's one part of it. In fact, my eyes gained some unique abilities as they changed. I can't see most things clearly, but I'm able to detect the ether.
Wait, something's up ahead. There's someone on the ground. Ugh, it smells like blood.
I don't mind this kind of dialogue type, but it's definitely slow when it comes to actual talking. Maybe in the future they could put like a timer on it, like so that way different languages can respond more fluently. A man and woman lie collapsed on the ground, with the unmistakable smell of blood emanating from them. Following the source of the scent, you can see bullet holes on their bodies. No signs of breathing. Their heartbeats and pulses are completely gone. These two are dead. Cause of death appears to be severe blood loss from long-range gunshot wounds. They were dead probably within the last 1 or 2 hours, just before we entered the hole. This isn't just a case of losing contact with our client. Someone's been killing people in this hole. Though I don't sense a killer nearby right now, there's still a chance there's active somewhere in the hole. Foxy, don't stray from my side, I'll keep you safe. I really want to take their bodies out of the hole, but without knowing the killer's whereabouts, moving them would be too risky. Foxy, mark their coordinates. Once we confirm the area is safe, we'll come back and retrieve their bodies. We're sorry, the ground must be cold. May you rest in peace.
What could have happened? Who did this?
Given the depth of the wound and the caliber of the bullet, the killer was a sniper, just like me.
Sounds like Aqualon.
Proxy, stay vigilant and get behind me. The killer may still be nearby.
I think Aqualon was the other sniper in the trailer.
They seem to have no qualms when it comes to killing.
So those two must be related to the cover-up.
Let's press onward. I feel them.
The surrounding ether levels have significantly increased. What's going on?
Wait, another armed one.
Let me find what's causing the ether level increase. Up ahead, there are multiple devices leaking ether non-stop. In position. Off balance. What you deserve.
These are high-pressure ether storage tanks, filled with highly concentrated ether.
You're in my sight. It's over.
As soon as the valve is opened, the ether will flow out at a fixed rate.
Such high ether concentrations will make the nearby ethereals more active and cause more to show up. Charon! It'll be dangerous if we keep moving forward.
Yeah, that's the one thing they need to fix with this dialogue.
Understood. These storage tanks are high-risk items manufactured by military-industrial companies. They're rare, even on the black market.
Just way too slow.
Several of these storage tanks appearing in the hollow is a clear sign that our opposition has malicious intentions. Let's find a suitable sniping position and disable those ether storage tanks along any mission-critical paths.
As was Amir, as she said, we're going to go moving on 3 times, and still kept talking.
My ether vision ability is perfect for dealing with such ether-laden objects.
Okay. You're supposed to wrap it up by now.
Let's take care of these leaking tanks to lessen the threat of ethereals on our path. Then we can proceed.
Thank you. The sniping. Huh. I was kind of expecting an explosion.
All high-pressure ether tanks have been disabled. We can keep moving.
Got more bodies over there.
Wait, Charon. I'm detecting 4 life forms up ahead. Let's go take a look.
Yeah, they're dead. You shouldn't even be taking them at all. Oh, no, they're knocked out.
Proxy, there are 4 people over here. They're all still alive. I'm not detecting any ether fluctuations from any other life forms nearby.
Check the condition.
Great, that's a relief. Charon, can you confirm their condition?
Confirmed. 1 is seriously injured. A bullet pierced their lung. The other 3? No internal injuries, just a few minor wounds. They're all unconscious.
That's actually bad. A bullet with the lung? That's kind of fatal in most days.
The one with severe wounds. His etheric fluctuations are nearly completely gone. He's beyond saving.
Okay, he's dead.
Who are you? Help me. It hurts. So cold. I don't want to die.
Is there really no way to save him?
There must be something we can do. I'll contact the hospital and we can get him out of the hollow.
His internal organs are ruptured. He'll bleed out long before we can get him out. No rescue team can beat the clock when life fades this fast.
Am I dying? I just want to go home.
Charon doesn't respond. She sits beside the dying man, pulls out a harmonica and begins to play a soft, familiar melody. The tune echoes throughout the hollow, heavy with the scent of blood. It's a song recorded on the client's sheet music. As the harmonica's general notes fill the air, the dying man stops groaning, simply listening until his eyes close forever. You look like you're in pain.
Charon, what's wrong? It looks like you're in pain.
I'm fine, don't worry about me. As I mentioned before, these eyes of mine have their uses, but they bring just as much inconvenience. The rejection reaction you saw just now was one of them, staring into death. It's not something I handle well.
My head. Where am I? Who are you people? I remember now. There was a madman, a lunatic who tied me up and dragged me into the hollow. You're not.
I'm not the lunatic you're talking about. Can you stand? There are 2 more unconscious survivors here. If you can, help us carry one of them. Let's get out of here together.
Leave? We can leave this place? What about that lunatic who shot at me from the shadows?
Culprit's already gone.
The culprit should be gone by now. Charon, let's get the survivors out. Follow me.
Someone's pissed. Exhausted and unable to carry any more bodies, you record the coordinates of a few of the corpses. Once this is all over, you should make sure to report them anonymously to the public security. With Charon, you keep your guard up alongside the 3 survivors, eventually arriving at the abandoned metro entrance in front of the Bellatrins Road. Foxy, let's take a short break here. The area around the Bellatrins have been abandoned due to a hull disaster, and no one's likely to be around. It's both secluded and safe, making it a perfect place for conversation. Can I just have a minute? Okay. Those 3 survivors. Yes, I know, they just escaped from a killer, so we need to check on their injuries and mental well-being. Could one of them be the client? Unfortunately, I don't think so. After they woke up and saw me, they didn't have any particular reaction. If they were the ones who had signed the commission to find me, they should have recognized me to some extent. Foxy, I'll keep watch around here and be on the lookout for the perpetrator trying to track us or attempting to ambush us. Could you please have a brief conversation with the 3 survivors? I mean, they might have information on the perpetrator. And to be honest, I think they might... No, it's probably just my imagination. Thank you, Foxy. Take a deep breath. If your emotions get too intense, the wound might reopen. I still feel like I'm gonna throw up. The fear that someone was still trying to shoot me just won't go away. I'm okay. Did you save us? I'm just about holding up. I'm more or less recovered from the shock. I remember you. You were looking for someone around Port Elpis, weren't you? Ah, how embarrassing. I never thought we'd meet again like this. What are your names? My name is Zoe. Erin, just call me Erin. Oh, nauseous again? I managed to hold it in. You want to ask us something? No problem, we'll answer what we can. How'd you get kidnapped and taken to the hole? Me, you know, I was just sightseeing at Port Elpis earlier. After that, I was on my way back home, driving along the third road when I seemed to hit something. So I got out of the car to check. Just a few seconds after I got out of the car, someone hit me from behind and knocked me out. I still have a bump on my back of the head, you can feel it. Take a look. There is a bump on the back of your head. As for me, I was sitting at home with my friend when someone tried to open the lock and tampered with our food or water or something. I don't know what they did exactly, but shortly after we ate, we both passed out. Were we the only three rescued from the hole? Did you see another woman? Just the three of you. Okay, so the friend's still missing. Take some time to calm down. Alright, anyway, thank you and your companion. If it weren't for your arrival, I don't think the perpetrator would have let us leave so easily. Why are we being targeted? I can't take this anymore. Blah. So far, no real connection between the two. Thank goodness, I can't believe it. I'm still alive and out of the hole. I'm Jesse. I'm so grateful that you were there to save me. When that maniac was chasing me and sniping at me, I really thought I was done for. Questions? Go ahead and ask. Although I really don't want to remember what just happened, you did save my life. I was tricked. I received an anonymous message telling me there was a big job I could do, asking me to meet in the alley of 6th Street. Well, that's convenient. I had just arrived at the agreed spot. I was waiting when someone hit me from behind and knocked me out. When I woke up, I was already in the hole and my hands and feet were tied. I was tied up in the hole. Luckily, I always carried a folded knife with me. I tried to shake the knife out of my pocket and cut the ropes, hoping to escape, especially since the area was filled with ethereals. But suddenly, someone shot at me from the shadows. I was so scared that I quickly dropped to the ground to dodge the bullets. They immediately fired several more shots. I had no choice but to run for my life. The maniac shooting at me, I thought they never intended to kill me right away. Instead, they seemed to be having fun watching me panic. Every shot scratched me, but none of them were fatal. I just kept dodging the ethereals and the sniper, running for my life. In the end, I finally managed to hide in a place with fewer ethereals, and the maniac shot a tranquilizer into my thigh. I quickly passed out again. After that, I woke up for the second time with you all around me. I feel a bit dehydrated. Probably have at least 10 or so abrasions, but surprisingly no major wounds. Seriously, what's up with that maniac? What did I ever do to them that made them go through so much trouble to set up a trap, kidnap me, and throw me into the hole to slowly execute me? Is that all you want to ask? Well, anyway, thank you all. If it had come any later, I think the three of us would have been killed by that maniac. Okay, so slow torture, nothing else. So clearly these three have a connection in some way. After a brief check on the three survivors, you share what you learned with Karen. She then calls the three over.
Thank you all for assisting me, even though I'm a stranger. You've given me valuable information.
It's the least we can do after you saved our lives. If there's anything else you want to ask, go right ahead.
I do have some questions left to ask. Before that, could the three of you introduce yourselves? I'd like to see if there's a pattern to how the killer chose their targets.
I'll go first. My name's Zoe. I used to be a soldier in the Defense Force, but now I'm just working a regular desk job at a private company. Don't let that fool you, though. I've earned my stripes.
Okay, so they're gonna be all military in some way.
I'm Jesse, currently working as an internet information broker. I'm still pretty new at it, though, so I can't think of any reason someone would target me.
You're holding back.
My turn? I'm Erin. I was also in the Defense Force, but now I'm unemployed. Actually, I have a question for you all. Did you see my friend when you were in the Hollow? She's about my height, with shoulder-length blonde hair and a mole under her eye. We were kidnapped together, but I can't find her anywhere now.
I don't recall seeing anyone like that.
If I recall correctly, we didn't come across anyone like that in the Hollow, among both the survivors or the bodies.
It's all right. I'll keep looking. I hope she's okay. We were always inseparable. We even planned to visit Scott Outpost together for Remembrance Day. I never thought something like this would happen.
Remembrance Day?
Remembrance Day? What's it about?
As the name suggests, it's a day organized by the Defense Force for the families of deceased soldiers and veterans. People gather to mourn their loved ones who died in the fall of the old capital and find comfort in each other's company.
Yeah, so clearly the cover-up, if it is Aquan, then pretty much the cover-up is because it's upsetting her.
I didn't know the Defense Force did that. Huh. Maybe I should go check it out.
If I can't find her anywhere else, I'll head to Remembrance Day alone. Maybe she'll show up there.
Was your missing friend also a member of the Defense Force?
Yes, she and I were in the same squad. Obsidian Division's Cartis squad.
So this is a target attack on the Defense Force. Wait, Jesse was in the Defense Force?
This sounds like a series of murders targeting the Defense Force. But Jesse wasn't with the Defense Force.
No, you're probably not far off. Jesse claims to have been up front, but he neglected to mention he was once part of the Defense Force. Right, Jesse?
Well, that's... I just don't like bringing up my past in the Defense Force. It's not like I'm trying to hide it. They're just memories from my time there that I'd rather forget. I was part of Obsidian Division's Noct Squad. That's the absolute truth.
I was also in the Obsidian Division.
Obsidian Division.
I don't know who those who died in the Hollow were, but it seems the killer really is targeting members of the Defense Force.
Specifically, Obsidian.
Wait a second. If I remember correctly, during the fall of the old capital, didn't our 3 squads work together on a mission outside Hollow Zero?
We did? I don't really remember.
I have a vague memory of it, but there were so many people on the mission, I don't remember your faces.
Thank you all for the information. I'm starting to see a pattern in the killer's choice of targets. But there's something else I need to ask. I came to this hollow because someone I'm searching for sent me its location. And that person was likely being held by the killer as well. Did you happen to see anyone else?
3 survivors exchange confused glances before shaking their heads at Kelman.
You're not giving us much to go on. At least tell us what kind of person you're looking for, male or female, what they look like. Can't offer much help without that.
Sorry, I don't have much else to share. Even so, if any of you remember anything else that may be useful, please let me know. This is very important to me.
You don't even know who they are, yet you're so determined to find them. Is it really going to be an issue if you can't find this person?
Maybe. I've been searching for someone for a long time. They might be the key to achieving my goal.
I see. Whatever happens, I hope you find them. If there's anything I can do to help, just let me know.
Thank you. But please, prioritize your own safety. If the killer is targeting former Defense Force members, there's a good chance they'll come after you again. Stay vigilant.
Of course. Once I've checked out Remembrance Day, I'm locking myself in my room and throwing away the key.
We return to random play with Kelman. We're now questioning those 3 survivors. The clues we have so far are still insufficient. Our goal is to find the missing client. Right now, we only know that he was likely kidnapped by the perpetrator, but we have no idea who the perpetrator is or where they went. Kelman, do you have any ideas? I think the other proxy is right. The information the 3 survivors provided is limited. With our current information, it's hard to deduce whether we should go next to find the client. Our clues have run dry, but we still got something out of it. At least we now know some characteristics of the perpetrator. A sadistic sniper with a grudge against the Defense Force. The meticulous in planning, avoid open confrontations, and are assessed with committing crimes in the whole. These characteristics and the whole coordinates we might be able to deduce the general area where the perpetrator operates, as well as a potential base where they might have placed the kidnapped victims. But that would take quite a lot of time. Yes, and while we're narrowing down the search, the perpetrator might continue committing more crimes. Darren seems somewhat agitated. The lack of clues plunge you all into silence. Once you're about to accept reality and start organizing the current clues to narrow down the search, the door to the field store suddenly opens. Someone's here, Belle. I think it's Shepard. He's at the counter. Yeah, he looks very depressed. The intelligence broker might have something important to tell us, Boxy. Let's talk to him first.
Phaeton, you've already been to the Hollow and made it back safely?
Take a moment to catch your breath.
Did you run all the way here? Do you need a moment? We've already been to the Hollow, but unfortunately, we haven't found the client yet.
I'm fine. Did you find any clues there?
There are traces left behind. Signs of a kidnapping. It's very likely the client was involved.
Cooperate with Charon and share only part of the info.
Yeah, it seems the client was kidnapped, brought to the Hollow, and later moved again. We're still looking for clues. But why did you rush over to the store? Did you find anything?
Well, just take a look for yourself.
Uh-huh.
I checked a map of New Eridu. This spot, it's another Hollow entrance.
A clue delivered right to us. This feels off.
We've been chasing dead ends with absolutely no clues, and now one just appears out of nowhere? Something smells fishy here.
You're sure it's just disappearance for now and nothing more serious has happened, right? If that's the case, the situation is still manageable. No matter how shaky the clue is, let's keep investigating. Just be careful. Any casualties and this will become something beyond our control. At that point, stop the commission and contact me. I'll bring in some professional Hollow experts to deal with the situation.
Shepard hurries out again. He turned to Charon, who seems unsettled, as she held back the full truth from Shepard to avoid having the search handed off to someone else.
Thank you for not revealing what really happened to that information broker.
It's nothing, but why?
Don't mention it. But I have to ask, why are you doing this? Calling for help might have been the safest way to handle the situation.
The killer is a sniper who has no qualms about taking lives. Judging by the victim's injuries, it's clear they know how to deal a fatal blow and how to inflict pain without causing death. Most Hollow Raiders lack experience dealing with snipers. If they encounter the killer, it's likely to end in a difficult fight, or worse, casualties. And besides, asking for help from others would only delay the search. The client is at risk right now, so I think we should follow the clues and enter the Hollow as soon as possible to ensure their safety.
So we're going right now? That's too risky.
I helped you keep this from Shepard, but I have to admit, it's just too dangerous. What if this lead is a trap? Who even knows who's really behind the client's messages anymore?
I understand, I really do. But what if we're late and something happens to the client?
Why is the client so important to you, Charon? Would you be willing to tell us? Are you so set on finding them because they're connected to the person you've been looking for?
The client's true identity might be the very person I've been looking for. And if not, they most certainly have some vital information. Since leaving the military, I've spent years searching for my missing teammates. They were more than just comrades who trusted me with their lives. To me, someone raised as an orphan, they were family. I've scoured countless hollows and every corner of New Eridu to find them, but I've never found a single lead. Until I met you and heard that melody on the harmonica. It's called Homecoming. My squad leader composed it. Only our squad knew it. And yet that client of yours not only knows the song, but also gave you the sheet music. Please, Proxy. This client is the only lead I have left. I'm certain my teammates are still alive. If this trail goes cold, I don't know when I'll get another chance to reunite with them.
They're still alive. Could there really be no trace of them after all these years? My gaze towards you seems to convey such a question. But then thinking about how you're also searching for your teacher, it doesn't seem all that hard to understand. I'll help you.
I get how anxious you must feel. Let's face this together. But this time, we really need to be extra careful.
Thank you, Proxy. I feel much better knowing I have your support. You can trust me. I'll protect you if the killer is really waiting for us in the Hollow. We'll make it out in one piece.
So wait, is Belle Weiss actually traveling with her in the hole? About to get too sick. Eh. 2 missions in 1 story. That's different.
We fighting?
Eradicate. Strike.
Only the brave.
Secure Yanagi. Let me finish my...
Is the concert
Ready for... You have my...
secure the perimeter?
Looks like there's something here. Is this a communicator?
Yeah, in the outer ring.
Proxy, look at this. A communicator left right at the Hollow's entrance.
Why would there be a communicator here?
Why is there a communicator here? It doesn't look like it was randomly left behind.
There's hardly any dust on its surface, which means it was only placed here recently. It looks like someone wants us to use it.
Oh, such decisiveness. Following random location info without even thinking twice. I'm glad, Sniper of Lyre Squad.
Lyre Squad, who are you?
Who are you? And by Sniper of Lyre Squad, are you referring to Charon?
Sniper. Or should I say Charon now? Haven't you shared your past with our dear Proxy? If introductions aren't your strong suit, I'd be happy to show you how. You can call me Grim Vulture, the one behind this string of murders. You see, I've been working my way down a list, crossing off names. And now, Charon of Lyre Squad, your name's next.
Looks like you've done your homework on me. Just because my presence interfered with your plan, you've decided to take me out for good?
I thought you were just going to be another obstacle in my way. And now, with you in my sights, this must be some kind of destiny.
I'm not sure what you're referring to, but I'm looking for someone. Given that you're waiting at the Hollow entrance they shared, I'm guessing you have them. If you hand them over, perhaps we can make a deal.
Karen suddenly dodges to the side, raises her gun and fires, using her body to shield Eros. In the next instant, a bullet flies past her and hits the ground. Her shot flew off into the distance, and there's only one thing that's for certain. It didn't hit Grim Vulture. There's some issues with this dialogue here.
So your version of making a deal is stalling for time to locate me and lining up your shot? Can't say I'm surprised. After all, that's exactly what I plan to do too. You seem to have rather unique eyes, but you'll never get the chance to hit me. After all, no one's better at counter-sniping than me.
Seems talking won't resolve this, but I'm not averse to using force.
Now that's the spirit! If you're looking for someone, why not search the Hollow for clues? Providing you can survive both my attacks and those of the ethereals, of course. Oh, and I've prepared a little gift for all your trouble. I hope you still have that determined look on your face after seeing it.
Watch out for Grim Vulture taking shots from afar. Is there nothing we can do? Fine. I found a box. Something feels off about it.
Very creepy box. It gives off an unsettling stench. You have a bad feeling that opening it would be asking for trouble. Unless a Karen beside you who has fallen silent. Maybe she's having the same feeling. Right now, she's hesitating about whether to open this box. Karen opens the box anyway. A blood-stained, tattered military cap, carelessly crumpled and stuffed into the corner of the box. Though the owner's identity remains unknown, the message it conveys can only mean one thing: death. Karen reaches out and picks up the military cap from the box. Her fingers tracing the shape, her lips tremble. Hey, Popsy. If my sense of touch isn't deceiving me, it appears to be the outfit my former teammate wore, or a replica of it. So this is the surprise Green Vulture mentioned. I see now. Let's keep moving. Karen goes silent, yet as she chambers another round, you can sense her hands trembling slightly, but her grip grows even stronger.
You still remember what's inside the box, right? The loyalty means pack. The one Sticks always wore. Curious as to how he died? I'll tell you.
He's really
He took his
into
own
it.
life. Though it wasn't much different from being off by ethereals.
The melody of combat.
Vanish.
Ethereals completely taking over his body. He was interrupted, covered in ether crystals. His form.
Increase firepower.
He didn't want to become an ethereal. He raised the cannon he was oh so proud of, with just one last shot inside.
Let's are one with the wind.
Awaken.
Obliterated both his head and his heart.
Another high-pressure ether tank. And a lot of ethereals have already been drawn to it.
Leave it to me, Prox. We did it, Proxy. Let's keep moving.
Another box. The second box emanates an ominous aura. Its unsettling stench seems to warn you that its contents, just like the previous box, will give you an absolutely wretched experience. Sharon breathing grows heavy. She stands still for several seconds, seemingly trying to control her emotional turmoil. Finally, she opens the box. A pair of blood-stained, tattered military gloves lie twisted in the center of the box. It's clear that whoever placed them here hasn't just tossed them in carelessly, have been deliberately arranged with meticulous intent. Charon picks up the gloves, once again feeling the contours and icy touch, with lips turned pale. Just as I thought, these are one of my swordmates too. Let's keep moving, Proxy. Following this route should lead us to Grim Vulture's hideout. I'm fine. Charon picks up her weapon again, but there's an unmistakable tremor in her knees and her voice.
Acheron's favorite gloves.
Okay, so it's not Acheron.
Getting my hands on them. As expected of such a famous, beautiful commander, even her gloves are stylish.
Yeah, keep talking.
Pity. In the end, both her hands were missing. Oh, don't you think that's a shame, little sniper? Such beautiful hands, yet they could no longer hold a sword. Ethereals gnawed off her arms and part of her leg as well. But she still had some backbone. She stood tall, even in death. It's just as I said. She died from multiple fatal wounds. Even the most beautiful flower will wither without protection, won't it?
Is Grim Vulture gonna be the squad leader? The one that looks oddly like Ambi?
Now, do you think I'm telling the truth or a lie this time?
Ah, that's sharp, but let me continue.
How long do you intend to keep up this game of cat and mouse? I'll be coming to your hideout soon. Wipe that smile off your face and wait. Wait and see what I'm going to do.
Yeah. My blade is already sheathed.
Good reaction! Hurry up, Zoe. I've got one final surprise instruction for you.
Provocations don't go unanswered.
I'm sure you figured out the route to get to me. That's right. The surprise is at the end of the road.
Think the melody of combat.
Maybe the camera just turned slow. There's still a full box. I grabbed Caroline's hand, trying to stop her from opening it, but she lifts the box lid almost mechanically. The red box contains a blood-stained corner of clothing and a severe damaged piece of engineering equipment, also stained with blood. Caroline picks them up, her trembling fingers filling their shapes. She doesn't speak, either about the plans for pursuing Grim Vulture, or about which of her companions these items belong to, until the communicator in her hands rings again with Grim Vulture's voice.
Congratulations! You found the third box. Inside is... Who was it again? Oh, right. A piece of bloodied fabric from Cocytus's clothes and some damaged engineering gear stained with Leafy's blood. There weren't enough boxes, so I had to cram them together. They're just a medic and an engineer. Not exactly combat material, right? Surely you're not mad, are you?
Caroline's face turns deathly pale. She silently picks up the bloody items in the box, her spirit visibly shaken and the weight of these ominous relics. Enough.
Enough already! Using her squad mates? Her family to mentally torture her? That's vile. How much longer are you planning on doing this?
Oh dear, did I go too far? Oh, my sincerest apologies. It's just, watching you plunge headfirst into my trap was so entertaining. I may have gotten a bit carried away, you know? Relax, the person you're looking for isn't here, and those are just fakes. I didn't actually take them from her comrades.
Okay, that's actually lame.
Her comrades are long since corpses in the hollow, after all. How could I possibly have gotten hold of their clothes?
A surge of rage threatens to drown old thought. As she's about to retort, a crisp gunshot rings out. Caroline's shot is clean and decisive, carrying an unmistakable intent to kill. But from the response on the other end of the communicator, it seems she missed her target.
A decisive strike to be sure. But as I've already said, your awareness, sight, and experience mean nothing in front of a more skilled sniper.
I didn't expect to kill you so easily. There was a subtle change in your ether fluctuations the moment I fired. That was all I needed. You knowing my past makes me feel sick. But after seeing that you're just a coward who feels fear from another's killing intent, it doesn't bother me as much anymore.
Coward, you say? How fascinating. You were little more than a hollow shell before, but now that you've bared your teeth, you've started looking somewhat respectable. I know your composure is nothing more than a facade. You've never truly faced the weight of your comrades' deaths, have you? I bet your mind is now filled with their dying screams.
The squadmates are still alive. You have no right to taunt her.
Karen and I both believe her squad is still alive. You can drop the act. Why are you so fixated on Karen? Just because she used to be in the defense force? She has nothing to do with your target.
Nothing to do with it. Then why don't you go ask her about it? What surprises me more is you actually believe her teammates are still alive. Don't tell me she dragged you into all this danger without telling you anything.
Shut up.
If she won't tell you, I will. Those so-called alive squad mates of hers went missing during the fall of the old capital. I'm sure you know exactly what that means. When the old capital fell, countless Defense Force soldiers were either killed by ethereals or became them. The surviving soldiers, struggling to defend themselves, never had the opportunity to carry their comrades' bodies out of Hollow Zero. Obviously, her squad mates, the members of Lyre Squad, were among the dead. But since their bodies were never found, she insists they're still alive, even going as far as to deceive her own proxy. It's laughable.
I didn't lie to the proxy. They're alive. I have proof. Someone like you could never understand.
I could never understand? Huh. You think it's hard to understand your childish thought process? If you really have solid proof, why not tell me? Come on, let's hear it!
My eyes. I lost nearly 90% of my vision during the fall of the old capital. But in return, I gained the ability to see what others can't. Every second of every day for years, I've seen my squad mates. Not as fleeting shadows, but vivid and lifelike. They've never disappeared. They're alive, waiting for me to find them. Why else would I have been given these eyes?
That's your proof? Did you hear that? Proxy hiding in the bamboo. She spent years chasing after people who couldn't possibly exist, all because of some ghostly visions. You'd rather believe those visions of your teammates are real-time projections than accept that they're dead. What if I told you the way I described their deaths before was the absolute truth? Will you finally face reality? Or will you keep fooling yourself, believing in ghosts? I guess you'll keep deceiving yourself, because that's how you survive.
I'm not lying to myself. I really
want to find your squad mates who have been missing for years and were officially declared dead? You couldn't protect them when the old capital fell, and now you're just making up stories to fool yourself, to give yourself some so-called reason to go on, to latch on to any stupid excuse. You're just a selfish, naive coward who did nothing and couldn't do anything when your comrades were dying.
Caroline stands there speechless. When Vulture's verbal assault has clearly struck home. The color that had briefly returned to her face drains away, leaving her visibly shaken, unable to muster a single word in rebuttal.
Giving up already? At least you've got a shred of dignity left. Nothing disgusts me more than a useless hypocrite. Enough of this. Time to die, coward.
Karen is not a coward.
Charon is not a coward. Someone who'd enter perilous hollows just to find what they seek. Someone who'd play music to console a dying soul, despite the pain in their eyes, is anything but a coward.
I feel like we should be pushing Karen out of the way.
At the very least, she's far braver than a criminal like you, who hides in the shadows, enjoys torturing others, and is constantly in fear of being caught.
Proxy,
Your proxy sure has a way with words. I won't waste any more of my breath. Just die already.
Analysis of the surrounding fissure is complete.
I've completed analysis of the surrounding fissures. Charon, snap out of it. We can use that fissure to escape.
Fissures? When did you... Still trying to play tricks.
No hope of a counterattack, you practically drag Karen as a bamboo somehow, turning to run towards the fissure that had escaped when Vulture's noticed. Just as the bullet is about to strike, you manage to escape through the fissure. Like I can believe a bamboo managed to push a grown woman into a fissure. Two missions and one story part. That's different. You escape from the hole and return to the field store. Bring along Karen, who lost all will to fight. She seemed more traumatized than you imagine, repeatedly touching her eyes, silent and distant.
Karen, do you want some hot cocoa? I'm sure you're exhausted after such a tough fight. You should get some rest.
thanks, but I'm fine.
Don't let Grim Vulture get to you.
Don't listen to Grim Vulture. They'd say anything to get under your skin. Once we start doubting the truth, we've fallen into their trap.
No, Proxy. I think Grim Vulture has a point. Maybe it's all just in my head. The things Grim Vulture left.
When I touched them, I was reminded of the day the old capital fell. I felt the same sensation when I touched an injured comrade. I tried to shake off that feeling, but the truth is, I can't stop thinking about the possibility that all my squad mates are dead.
The day the old capital fell.
Would you be willing to share more? What really happened to you and Lyre Squad on the day the old capital fell?
That day, in the first hour Hollow Zero started expanding, Defense Force HQ thought it was just a normal Hollow disaster, and thought they could suppress it with the standard amount of troops. Lyre Squad was among the first troops sent there. Before we left, our superiors promised reinforcements would be on the way to support us in combat, so we didn't need to worry too much about facing the Ethereals. But soon after we began the mission, we realized things weren't going to go like we thought. The Ethereals came at us like an endless tide. The Hollow expanded beyond control, and more importantly, the reinforcements never came. The Defense Force troops outside the Hollow soon realized this was no ordinary disaster. Hollow Zero was devouring Eridu at horrifying speed. The reinforcement plan was called off, and the promised troops retreated. Honestly, even if they had come to help, it wouldn't have changed anything. I watched as members of the advanced force around me died one after another, or were corrupted into ethereals. Our squad slowly lost the strength to maintain formation. I was a weak point in our formation. An ether shot fired by an ethereal hit my eyes, corrupting them. Because of that and several other wounds, I shortly lost consciousness. I'm not sure how long I was out, but just before losing my vision, I briefly regained consciousness. The last thing my eyes saw was my squad mate standing in front of me, looking back. When I woke up again, I was already back at base. The higher-ups detonated the Shiryu pillars, and finally managed to bring Hollow Zero under control. I don't know who rescued me from the Hollow, but none of my squad mates had made it out.
Well, I think at least one of them did.
For some reason, the image of my squad mates being the last thing I saw has stayed in my mind. It must be some kind of sign. A sign that they're still alive. Don't you think? They must have continued fighting after I fell unconscious, eventually getting lost in some hollow and losing contact with the main force, left to wander between the various hollows of New Eridu. That must have been what happened, right?
I guess. But the problem with that theory is that eventually they would have been corrupted.
The Defense Force? Civilians? No one believes me. So I decided to find them myself. The reason behind these eyes. It's got to be to guide me to finding them still alive.
I mean, to be honest, if they did survive, that would probably be bad. Not because the cover-up would be blown or anything like that. I mean, because it means that there could be sacrifices.
Am I wrong, Proxy? Are these eyes pointless? I knew that's what you thought. Interpreting what my eyes see as proof my squad mates are still alive is just wishful thinking. But if they're really gone, why would I have been given these eyes, which bring nothing but pain?
Well, to be honest, it's probably because of procedure.
If they're truly no longer alive, how can I apologize to them in person? Tell them I'm sorry. Sorry for being so weak. Sorry that I failed to protect them. Their faces are all so blurry. I can't see their expressions. I can't even bear to look at them. If their final look at me was filled with resentment and disappointment, I wouldn't know how to handle it.
Charon, listen to me. Even if everyone else thinks you're wrong, Wise and I will never dismiss your determination to find your squad mates. You don't need to make any justifications, because someone close to us is missing too, and we desperately hope she's still alive. Even if the whole world doesn't understand, we will never give up. But I also think being consumed by this obsession, unable to move forward, that's not what those who matter to us would want.
Belle is right. Listen, Charon, you're such a kind person. Maybe that's why you feel responsible for protecting everyone and blame yourself when you can't do enough. But you don't have to carry it all on your own.
We'll stick with you to the end.
Yeah. Right now, the best thing you can do is trust us. We can be sure that Vulture hasn't killed the client yet, As long as we have that lead, there's still hope. We'll support you. No one can dismiss your determination or will. No matter how things turn out, we'll stand by your side and we'll face it together.
Proxy, thank you. I feel better now. At the very least, I want to keep investigating. I'm not just going to stop here.
The tension easing, it's time to discuss the plan going forward. Just then the phone rings.
Sorry to disturb you at this hour. Did you go investigate that new hollow? How's it going? Oh, never mind. The client just shared a new location with me on Knock Knock.
It's just gonna be like one full episode? That's different.
They're pretty eager, huh? Which hollow is it this time?
No, it's not a hollow. If I'm reading this right, this location is Scott Outpost.
Scott Outpost? Isn't that managed by the Defense Force and White Star Institute? What's Grim Vulture up to?
Remembrance Day.
It's Remembrance Day. Don't you recall what Aaron said before? They're holding an event right now, and the place will be open to the public.
So we aren't being lured into a hole? What's Grim Vulture up to this time?
So, they're not trying to lure us into a hollow this time. What's the deal? Are they trying to taunt us?
Whether it's a provocation or a trap, I'm not missing any chance to face Grim Vulture. Proxy, will you go with me?
The official commencement for the Remembrance Day has been scheduled for tomorrow morning, meaning ordinary citizens still cannot freely enter Scott Outpost today. On the arrangements, Karen spent the night at the store the next morning. Belle, you'll be heading to the outpost with Karen too. Soon. Did you sleep well last night? I'm glad to hear that. After everything we've been through, it's good you're well rested. Oh, Karen is already waiting for you in the parking lot. I don't know how she's feeling. Please take good care of her, Belle. I mean, I wouldn't exactly just send Belle and by herself. I know she's got Karen, but there's a sniper on loose. Good morning, Proxy. Did you sleep well last night? Yes, I did. Sorry, Proxy, for losing my composure in front of you yesterday. I think I've gotten my mood back in order now. It seems I cannot hide it from you, Proxy. I'm sorry. I think I'm still struggling to process the sadness and unease. I'm not sure where I should go from here. Let's find a way to move forward together. Yeah, you're right. Instead of continuing to suffer, it's better to reach out and grasp all the hope we can find around us. Maybe things will eventually change. As well, Proxy. Today we're attending Remembrance Day as ordinary citizens, so we can't carry any weapons. As well as Grim Vulture wouldn't be foolish enough to make a move inside a military stronghold. Let's keep an eye out while we're there. I believe we should be able to find new clues. You ever Scott Outpost for Karen. Many citizens have come to Remembrance Day. There must be relatives of those who gave their lives during the fall of the old capital. For some reason, after coming here, Karen has been acting a bit strange. Roxy, can we explore this place later? What was the point of coming here? What's wrong? No, it's nothing. Alright, I'll say it. It seems like there are some familiar faces here. Wouldn't it be nice to meet them? I don't think I can face them. If I'm not mistaken, they should be the family members of my teammates. I don't know how I should face them. You have to face them sooner or later, won't you? I know, but I'll be there for you. That is the deal. I will go talk to them. Proxy, you don't have to say anything. Just stay by my side and give me the courage to speak. Ah, they're actually decorated. Why do you drunk? I was gonna say, is that the dog who wants the the news outlet? Are you Alan, Aquaman's brother? How did you know? Who are you? Wait, your eye cover. So you're Aquaman's sole surviving teammate. I remember you. We met once after the fall of the old capital. After that, I didn't hear anything about you again. I never expected to see you here. Meet you here. This plushie? It's Aquaman's favorite plushie. She always kept it in the most prominent spot in the room. I brought it along here, as if bringing my sister's shadow to participate in Remembrance Day. I'm sorry, Mr. Allen. I don't need to apologize. I still remember one time when my sister came home excitedly, telling me that a shy new girl has joined the squad. That girl didn't speak much, but she was beautiful in battle. That was the happiest I have ever seen her. To her, you were a presence that inspired admiration and a desire not to fall behind. A beautiful soldier who gave her the drive to keep moving forward. You don't have to apologize to me. If my sister were here, she would surely say the same thing. Please don't mind me too much. The Defense Force has made a lot of preparations for the Remembrance Day event. Please take your time here. Got Roland here. Attention all Defense Force soldiers, listen up. Never forget why Scott Outpost was established, and never forget all the sacrifices made in the old capital fell. Well, Seal may be under control for now, but that doesn't mean it will expand further in the future. On this special Remembrance Day, we must remain vigilant against other disasters. Understood? Understood. Let's see, she's not here. Wait a minute, that eye color, that blonde hair. Are you my husband's Styx teammate? Styx, are you Miss Sally Styx-Wilson's wife? Yes, my daughter and I came to attend Remembrance Day. Last time I saw you was right after the fall of the old capital. I expected to see you again here today. Your daughter. Is this your daughter, Sita? Mom, who is she? Sita, this is your dad's comrade from the Defense Force. Every time he went into the battlefield, she would be there to protect him. To protect him? Comrade? If that's so, why didn't you protect my dad during the fall of the old capital? Why did you let him die and make him unable to come back to me? Sita! I'm sorry. I couldn't protect him. I'm sorry. Don't listen to what Sita's saying. She doesn't understand. We never blamed you. Please don't say that. Sita, you can't say hurtful things. Apologize right now. Why should I apologize? She survived, but Dad didn't. Isn't that the truth? If it weren't for her abandoning him, Dad would have come back safely. Enough. You don't know what happened back then. Miss Sally, I don't think you're wrong. She's wrong. Please don't think that way. I'll make sure to bring her to apologize to you later, and you explain to her what really happened. I'm really sorry. Please don't let us keep you. Go and explore the Remembrance Day event for now. Just remember, all the comrades, including my husband, would want to see the hope they left behind. You should be ashamed of yourself. My son, can you see me now? I'm doing well. My legs and feet are fine. I just miss you so much. Excuse me, are you... Coyotes? I don't even know how to pronounce that word. Coyotes' mother, Ethel. Oh, you, don't recognize you. I saw you once in the military camp after the fall of the old city. You're Coyotes' teammate, one of the survivors. I've been wanting to get in touch with you over the years to see how you've been, but I never heard it from you. I expect to meet you here on Remembrance Day. I guess this is fate. And what the hell was that? Sounded like an Ether monster. It's Ethel. Ethel. Is your health still... I'm in good health, fortunately. Everything's fine. Although I'm the only one left in the family, the pension from your government is enough. I still have some years on me. I'm sorry, Coyotes, Child, you don't need to apologize. My son may appear carefree on the surface, but he's always felt so much pressure. One day he suddenly told me that he found a companion who truly understood him. I believe he was talking about you. How could I possibly blame you? Someone who helped my son. It's such a blessing. You, a kind-hearted person, are still alive and standing here today. I'm so glad. Miss Ethel, Child, don't worry about me. Since you're here for Remembrance Day, take your time to walk around and look around. I hope you find something meaningful. To your surprise, many relatives of the deceased Lyre squad members are here for a Remembrance Day event. Is this really just coincidence? As you ponder this question, the relatives have gathered in front of Charon.
Miss, I'm sorry for being mean to you before. Mom told me you were protecting Dad until the very last moment before you passed out. I shouldn't have said you left him to die.
Good. Because that was very mean of you. It does seem like maybe the last one's going to be in Hall of Seal itself.
I'm really sorry.
Zeta was really young when it happened, so she was too little to understand, and I haven't really talked about it. I hope she didn't upset you.
No, she was right. If only I'd been strong enough to take down most of the ethereals, maybe they wouldn't have ended up in that situation.
Okay, so see, the only member who hasn't been talked about yet is the squad commander.
Oh, that's not fair. The old capital was falling. No single person's strength could ever be the deciding factor in the face of a disaster like that.
In spite of it all, you survived. If they were still here, I'm sure they'd see that as something to celebrate.
I've always known the truth. I failed to protect them. A weakling like me survived, and the rest of them disappeared without a trace. This isn't solace. It's the worst possible outcome. That's something I can't face. I've never had the courage to tell you I couldn't protect your loved ones. All I can do is wander New Eridu, hoping to find some trace of them. Even after all this time, I still haven't accomplished anything. I'm sorry.
You really don't know us at all. This isn't the worst possible outcome by any means. Styx, my husband, and all his comrades who lost their lives, each one of them left behind their own legacy.
Actually, now that I think about this, two that's unaccounted for.
Just look all around you. Everyone standing before you with a legacy they protected that is carried on to this day.
Because from that last image, there's like 6 members, if you count Kelon. And so far, only 3 have been mentioned, which means 2 are unaccounted for.
After my husband passed away, Zeta and I received survivor benefits. And with all the odd jobs I've been doing, we've managed to get to where we are today.
Why, is the pension not good?
Styx always wanted our daughter to study art, and Zeta's interested in it too. Now, that dream has become a reality. She just got accepted into the art school in Janus Quarter.
Mom and I have our tough days, but I often think of Dad's cheerful laughter, and that memory gives me the strength to keep pushing through. One day, it'll all pay off, just like it has now.
Alright, let me give you a little advice about art. Unfortunately, it's a thankless job. If you want to succeed in art, don't try to become a museum worker. Well, museum artist. It's really crappy how they treat artists. Like, unless you are able to produce some type of masterpiece from their eyes, you're never going to be on museum. But if you work on commissions and not undersell yourself, it should work out. Just watch out for that pesky AI art.
Thank you for always being by my husband's side, even at the very end.
Well, I suppose you must have heard about my condition from my son.
Ethel, Kakaitis used to tell me about you. He often took leave or skipped work to earn extra money by part-timing, or to care for you when you were sick in bed.
Yes, that's true, but I bet he never told you my illness became so bad that I needed major surgery, and he worked his tail off to raise the money. Who would have thought he would pass before me? I used the benefits from his death for the surgery, and that's the only reason I'm here today. In a way, his passing allowed my life to continue.
Well, that... I guess? It's a little weird phrasing.
Every time I think about it, I feel like I need to keep my body healthy and live a few more years. The sights I see, I believe he can sense them from somewhere far away. When I was too weak to take care of him, it was you and your comrades who stayed by his side. Thank you for everything that you've done for him.
As for me, well, I'm currently working as a fashion designer.
A fashion designer? Is that because of Acheron?
It is. I'm sure you remember how much she loved beautiful things. She was always into fashion, so I decided to become part of that world. That way, she can always be with me.
That's a pretty thankless job. Good for you.
I admit I had no idea how fun fashion design could be until I actually gave it a shot. I wish I'd figured that out sooner. We would have had so much more to talk about. Anyway, I'm planning to start my own fashion brand next year. She used to say that after retiring from the army, she wanted to pursue fashion design. I really want to carry on her dream. It feels like my life's purpose. You know, she used to talk about you when she came home for the holidays. How your rivalry pushed her to keep improving. So, thank you. I'm proud of my sister. And I'm proud of you, too.
As you can see, all of us have made it to this day, carrying the will of those we loved. So please don't say they left nothing behind. They've always been a part of every pain and joy we've experienced over the years. Please remember, everything and everyone in New Eridu is only here today because you all risked your lives in battle.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. It's been wonderful to hear about how you're all doing and to listen to these words. I'm so glad I decided to come here on Remembrance Day.
Speaking of which, I wasn't expecting to see any of you. What brings you here today?
I could ask you the same thing, Ethel. Last time I asked, you said you weren't coming. I only came because I suddenly got a DM from Nathan. He said he really wanted me to be here.
Okay, everyone get down now.
I'm here because of Nathan's message, too. He was pretty insistent, so I thought he'd be here. But I've been looking around for a while now. I still haven't seen him.
So, it's the same for all of us. I responded to his message, but he never wrote back. Isn't that strange?
Sorry, but who's this Nathan you're talking about?
Nathan is Lethe's younger brother. Frankly, out of all of us, he's probably the one who wants to see you the most.
Uh-oh.
He used to be part of the defense force himself, and...
The day the old capital fell, his squad was responsible for supporting the forces that had already entered the Hollow, which included all of you. He's told us that story so many times. When they saw how bad things were in that Hollow, some of the reinforcements called off their plans and pulled back. He tried to stop them, but there was nothing he could do.
He always blamed himself and wanted to find you to apologize. But the truth is, the reinforcements retreating was inevitable. Shortly after their retreat, headquarters issued the official order. We all lost someone in that disaster. And for a while, we resented the reinforcements for their decision. But over time, we came to understand it, and we eventually let it go. There was no avoiding casualties in that battle. In hindsight, it wasn't wrong for headquarters to prioritize saving their strength.
I think Nathan's got his sniper.
May I ask what the name of Nathan's squad was when he was in the defense force?
The Impera squad of the Obsidian Division. Is something wrong?
Nothing. It's just... I think I might have stumbled upon the answer I was looking for.
After 4 family members paid their respects and left, they continued touring on Remembrance Day. Karen stood there in a daze, seemingly having understood something. That moment, a sound came from the open space in front of the outpost. It seemed someone had stepped onto the podium, and the citizens all gathered in the podium, preparing to listen to the president's speech. According to the schedule for Remembrance Day, it should be time for a representative of retired Defense Force veterans to give a speech. Looks like the speech is about to begin. Yeah, you might want to, push her aside before the bullet comes. I feel a bit concerned. Roxy, can we go over there and listen to the speech for a moment?
Is that Zoe on the podium?
Is she here to speak on behalf of the soldiers?
Is she here to speak for the soldiers? That seems fitting. She's cut medals, after all. But I don't see Jesse or Aaron anywhere. Didn't they come?
Everyone please, quiet down. Zoe, of Nemesis Squad, a representative of the veterans, will now deliver the Remembrance Day speech.
Hello, everyone. I'm honored to stand here and speak on behalf of all of the soldiers of the Defense Force. Today, we gather to commemorate Remembrance Day, a day born from the tragedy of the old capital's fall. Many of us lost relatives or friends in the disaster, and I am no exception. Every member of my squad perished in that battle, leaving me as the only survivor. Losing the friends you cherish to the Hollow is a pain that never fades. It's a sorrow that will stay with us, now and forever. However, to the families of the fallen soldiers, hold your heads high with pride for your loved ones who gave their lives. They fought to the very last moment when the old capital fell. Death isn't the end, nor dishonor. It is their eternal medal. They gave their lives facing an unstoppable disaster, exchanging their sacrifice for the world we have today. In doing so, they fulfilled their duties as soldiers to perfection. Without the blood they spilled, Eridu would not have endured, and new Eridu would never have risen from the ashes. In honor of the wishes of the departed, look ahead, people of New Eridu. Our thoughts and remembrance of those who passed will be carried in every flicker of candlelight and in every bouquet of flowers.
Zoe's speech is met with a wave of prolonged applause. Yet amidst the claps, she droops her head, her expression darkening. She stays silent, waiting for the applause to fade, before lifting her gaze and scanning the crowd. Her eyes pause briefly on Charon, carrying a chilling awe.
My speech was meant to end here, but since you all seem quite engaged, please allow me to share a little more.
Crap. What the hell happened to Nathan?
The reason you all agree with what I've said is because it offers a way to step away from the pain. That's what the living do. They seek ways to ease the weight of others' deaths, so they can find a way to start over. This is the new Eridu of today. A huge disaster consumed the old capital, and the people who survived it keep saying things like, treasure the moment and start fresh to numb themselves, hoping to forget the nightmare. No one talks about the soldiers who gave their lives in Hollow Zero. No one asks why they had to die. The brave gave their lives battling the ethereal onslaught, while the weak survived. This is New Eridu, built by weaklings. Its order founded upon their way of thinking. Your applause makes me realize you all accept this logic. Each of you had loved ones who sacrificed their lives in the fall of the old capital. And now, you're thankful that someone has encouraged you to move on from them. What meaning does the sacrifice of those who died have if you all choose to forget? Have you never thought about why your own loved ones had to die? And why no one is responsible for their deaths?
Miss Zoe, there's not much time left for your,
Open your eyes! I'm speaking to those who have lost loved ones! If death is the medal for the fallen, then pain is the cross the living must bear. If you fear its weight and run from the suffering, the soldiers will never find peace in their eternal rest. To tear the wound open once again, so you'll never forget the searing pain! That's the real meaning of Remembrance Day!
I don't agree.
Charon, I didn't expect you to be here for Remembrance Day. How are things going with your search? Seems like you have something to say.
Among the people standing here, there's a woman who raised her daughter with the survivor benefits left by her husband. Another who's been able to carry on with her life thanks to the final efforts of her child. And yet another who's found purpose because of the influence of his late sister. The will of the deceased lives on in every person here. The soldiers who died during the fall of the old capital fought for this. The future that their loved ones are making for themselves now. The old me might have agreed with what you said, but someone taught me that pain and hardship can lead to hope. They helped me see that hope could be inherited,
not just destroyed when life fades. That's why. I believe the departed didn't leave us wounded or with a heavy cross to bear, but with a melody. Each of us holds a harmonica that plays the melody of life. At first, it may sound awkward, but it will eventually flow smoothly, taking on our own style, until it merges with our soul.
You seem quite certain about what you're saying. Tell me then, what kind of melody is left behind by those we've lost?
I'm not sure. I can't picture the exact melody, but I trust the answer I've chosen. And I trust everything I've seen and heard.
A vague and insubstantial answer, isn't it? I was right about you, Charon. From the moment we met, I knew we'd never really understand each other.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Everyone, I apologize for taking up your time. My speech ends here. Please feel free to continue with your visit.
Well, that was awkward. Zoe exited the venue without sparing a single glance back, leaving the audience and the defense force in a state of confusion. Charon looks thoughtfully in the direction she disappeared. Well, I'm guessing Jesse and the other girl's dead.
What do you think, Proxy?
Something's off.
Something was definitely off about her just now. And the things she said, I'm starting to get a really bad feeling about this.
You mean about her real identity, right? Looks like we're on the same page. Shielded by her identity as a decorated soldier, she seemed pretty confident that we wouldn't confront her directly on military ground, like at the outpost. She arrived so brazenly and left without a care. If I'm right about this, she'll be trying to contact us again in no time.
Just as she finishes her sentence, the phone rings again. Shepard appears on the screen and he answers the call. He seems panicked and anxious to speak. But the moment he sees you in Spot Outpost, he swallows back the words and clears his throat instead.
Looks like you're a little busy, so I'll keep it short. The client just sent me a location via Knock Knock, along with a picture of several unconscious, tied-up individuals.
Crap.
I'll send you the location shortly. It should be an entrance to the Hollow in Port Elpis. At this stage, I don't have any further requests. My only hope is that you'll proceed with caution.
A location with a picture of the hostages. Looks like Grim Vulture is losing patience and wants to put an end to all this.
What do you plan on doing?
Charon, what's your plan? With everything that's happened, no matter what you choose, I'll stay by your side till the very end.
Charon doesn't answer right away. Instead, she takes out the harmonica and looks down at it, as if she's trying to decide. In the end, she tucks her harmonic away.
I've made up my mind. Proxy, please accept my official commission. Help me venture into the depths of the Hollow to rescue the client and any other hostages. It's time to put an end to this. It's up to me to stop Grim Vulture. Stop her from crushing everything in front of her with that heavy cross.
The reader remembers staying event with Charon and return to the field store. She cleans her firearm multiple times and keeps adjusting her breathing. The showdown is about to begin. Foxy, thanks you for accompanying me this far. In the upcoming battle, Grim Vulture has already likely set up a stage filled with traps. We may have to embrace ourselves for a tough fight. To be honest, there isn't a fully viable strategy. The opponent is a sniper who can keenly anticipate the timing and trajectory of each of my shots, dodging in advance. Entering the battlefield pre-prepared by such a formidable enemy alone, it's foreseeable that she will continuously occupy elevated sniper positions, mostly targeting us, while we'll have very few opportunities to land a hit on her. Theoretically speaking, that's right. In a sniper duel, the one who fails to secure the best vantage point, well exposes their position, is always the loser. But I believe there's still a chance. In our previous fight, I could sense the pride and impatience of Grim Vulture as a sniper. I'm not sure where that impatience comes from, but that pride is definitely something we can turn against her. I believe she would never accept the idea of me surpassing her in sniping skills. If I cannot match her at a critical moment, she will use her composure, and that will be the only instant she exposes her weakness. Foxy, this is a strategy I've chosen. Grim Vulture may indeed be a superior sniper, but I will surpass her and make this strategy succeed. To win this battle despite the overwhelming disadvantage, please entrust your back to me, Foxy. I need you as my companion to support me. Yes, I will. I will protect you, so please also provide me with your guidance. This is actually very different. This is like one full episode. It doesn't like give me a break in between.
Only the brave will. This is the path I follow.
Ether and ice.
We fighting? Eradicate. My blade is ready. You can use the cut. Let's make a grand entrance. This is the path I follow.
No, let's just stick with this.
Charon, look! Another communicator.
Wait a minute. Chest down there.
Another communicator. It's a bad habit for a sniper to be so talkative.
Oh, really? I think it's rather good for my mental health to witness in real time how my target becomes desperate and gives up their struggle.
Do you really still need to disguise your voice? I thought you didn't want to hide anymore, Zoe.
You're right. Seems there's no need for secrecy anymore. I, Zoe, the sniper known as Grim Vulture of Nemesis Squad, send you my regards.
Zoe. No. Grim Vulture. You, like me, were one of the advanced troops deployed to suppress Hollow Zero right after the fall of the old capital, right? Noct, Cartes, and Impera Squad. So far, all the victims have been members of these squads. They were initially supposed to enter the Hollow to reinforce the advanced troops. Nemesis, your squad, lacking reinforcements, lost everyone except you in the fall of the old capital. You blamed their deaths on the absence of reinforcements and sought revenge on them. That's my conclusion, just like me. The fall of the old capital left you entirely alone.
A sniper, the sole survivor, a mere pawn abandoned by the military. Don't you think we're very much alike? The Impera squad member, Nathan, the one you're searching for, he pleaded with me to let him go when I was about to kill him, saying he had to see you no matter what. That's how you caught my attention.
Okay, who the heck is Nathan?
I let him live to get all sorts of information on you. I was so curious about you that I even set a trap, disguising myself as a victim to get closer to you. It turned out we share the same story. We even got the same PTSD symptoms. After all these years, we still see images of our teammates before they die. It's impossible to erase them from our minds. It's just, you use ridiculous fantasies to numb yourself, chasing after illusions of your squad mates. Well, I can't afford to be as naive as you. One night, when I was overwhelmed with the unbearable images of my comrades' deaths, vomiting and crying, I finally realized the meaning behind their appearance before me. They were pleading with me. Pleading for vengeance against those who abandoned us. Begging me to destroy the repulsive, hypocritical new order of New Eridu. So, I carried on their will. I began kidnapping targets and sniping them in the Hollow, watching as they became corrupted and died in despair.
You really think this is what they'd want?
What else? Would they want me to be like you, playing at a game of finding my missing squad mates, accepting their deaths when I'm done playing, and then forgiving the very enemy who killed them? What a noble and virtuous gesture. Forgive on behalf of fallen comrades, coexist with New Eridu's order, and live peacefully among cowards. It's precisely because you and I are so similar that this hypocritical and cruel attitude makes it even harder for me to forgive you. After our first conversation, I was certain I must end your life myself to prove I'm right.
That's exactly what I wanted to say to you, too. Because we've suffered the same hardships, I can't accept the path of destruction you've chosen. Jesse, Aaron, Nathan, the client I've been searching for, and any other targets of revenge you've set your sights on. They all feel regret and struggle over the choices they made back then. But you can't see any of that. You didn't target the higher-ups who misjudged the situation, the dangerous ethereals who killed your comrades, or the ones responsible for the fall of the old capital. Instead, you went after the easiest targets.
Yeah, her sight for revenge is very off.
Grim Vulture, as a sniper of the Eridu Defense Force, you have failed in your duty. To preserve the will and hope left by my comrades, I'm going to put an end to your actions right here.
That suits me just fine. A sniper should let the gun do the talking. Make it to the deepest part of the Hollow alive, and I'll meet you with nothing but raw malice.
Alright.
Since you made it here, let me reward you with a few things you don't know. Not Cardus, Impura, and many other squads. Did you know the reinforcements that were meant to back us up ended up deciding to retreat? Relying on a show of hands to vote, isn't that ridiculous? Our lives were discarded in such an absurd way, like a kindergarten election for class monitor. So, when I killed them, I employed the same method. I made the dozen or so people I captured vote on who I should kill first. You wouldn't believe how funny it was.
She keeps talking and talking.
Why aren't you laughing?
Interesting, she's on the scaffolding? Whatever you call it.
Suppressing fire. Adjusting for wind. Can't catch me. Supporting position. And take a shot.
It's actually funny how it's ether and ice,
Do you have them too?
but she's electric.
You still care about them? Or should I say... It looks like I haven't made enough of a threat to your life if you still have the time to worry about them. Why not leave their faces hanging? An unsolved mystery.
I'll pierce right through.
Normally that's more suspenseful, right?
Let my song move everyone.
In any case, when you stumble into the underworld with your insight spilling out,
Increase firepower. There's no temple in. The wind and rain are picking up.
Hopefully, next patch will fix the speed of the dialogue.
no one will hear your screams and cries as you die.
It's too much sitting still and waiting for them to stop talking.
By the time the rain stops, the only thing left will be your cold form. I wonder, do you remember the weather on the day the old capital fell? It wasn't heavy rain like now, but the sky just...
Oh boy.
Are you bored?
Now that I think about it, I guess I'm actually doing something good. Because if I let you and your teammates die here, maybe you'll be reunited. Aww. You should be grateful. I'll make sure you die just as painfully as your teammates did.
Grim Vulture, are you in pain?
Don't you get it? I'm the one in charge of this conversation. I haven't given you permission to ask questions.
Yeah, and you say we won't shut up.
I can sense your suffering. It's...
Shut it.
No, you shut it. Don't shoot this superstar.
You made it to the deepest part of the hollow. Such determination deserves praise. Now, time for the final showdown to
One with the wind! Support in position.
the only way to put it. What sniper would ever confront their enemy head on?
Show no mercy.
Vanish. I've prepared a little gift for you.
Is the one who's been forced into a corner, like you!
The wind. It's shifting.
I won't fall for your distractions so easily.
I will surpass you with my own melody of victory. And let the wind be the opening notes.
Good thing she has body armor.
Charon? No! Wake up! Charon! What's this?
Well, harmonica, I guess. At the gunshot, the whole full silence was more, leaving only the countless bittering raindrops, attempting over and over to wash away the scent of blood that oozed from the runes of the defeated, only to fail time and time again. The User pays no attention to their mortal wound, only staring at the distant horizon, as though salvation might be waiting there. Sometimes later, the victor has climbed the steel and stands in front of her. They share their last words while the defeated still has the energy to converse.
Just you? Where's your friend, the proxy?
The proxy went to rescue the hostages. I want to speak with you alone. A sniper should always monitor the changes to their surroundings, factoring the environment into their tactics. Being blinded by the intent to kill and failing to take this into account was your downfall.
Didn't expect to be lectured by a youngster. What a disgrace. When my view was blocked, I realized you'd used the visual blind spot to reposition. So I adjusted my aim accordingly. But I still couldn't hit you.
Your prediction and accuracy were spot on. I was just saved once again by this. By both this harmonica, and by my former comrades.
Are you trying to say that this is destiny? That it's the will of my companions guarding me? I lost to the wave of ethereals, to the military's betrayal. And now I lose to your reckless actions, driven by some ridiculous fantasy. Your fantasy, your attitude, your very existence, and the outcome of this battle. They are the greatest denial and insult to my revenge.
Yet you're emitting a much calmer ether energy now. Almost as if you found relief.
My vision is fading. I can't see my comrades on the brink of death anymore. My wounds are fatal. I don't feel any pain. Relief. It's not such a bad thing.
Did you intend for me to kill you from the start?
Let me answer that question with a story. The first time I saw you was actually during the fall of the old capital. My comrades were all dead, and the reinforcements the higher-ups promised before the mission never came. I can't even remember how long the fight went on. Ultimately, I had no choice but to retreat, failing to bring back my squad mates' bodies. I made my way through one battle line after another. The advanced troops were nearly wiped out. But when I reached a certain front, a small squad of survivors called out to me. Few people can still stand after such severe corruption and injury, but all 5 of them were still fighting. They were protecting a girl who had lost her sight and fallen unconscious while searching for a way out of the hollow. They told me they were beyond saving, and if I planned to retreat, I must take the girl with me. I couldn't turn down the last request of a group of heroic soldiers about to die in battle.
Wow. And you were about to kill her. You're very pathetic.
Your comrades entrusted your life to me. I was the one who brought you out of the hollow. You already know what happened afterward. It didn't take long for you to leave the Defense Force after you came to. Just like me, I developed PTSD so intense that sometimes I couldn't even hold a normal conversation. But for me, the hardest blow was the death of my squad. To an orphan like me, they were family. If the reinforcements had kept their word and provided support, they wouldn't have died for nothing. Don't you ever have that thought?
To say I don't would be a lie. But I think deep down you know. From the moment we stepped into the hollow, there was no way we were getting saved. Given how quickly the hollow was spreading, and the ever-increasing number of ethereals, it would take the sacrifice of countless Defense Force troops to suppress it. It wasn't something that could have been accomplished in such a short time. The reinforcements would have only been a drop in the bucket. More sacrifices without results. Canceling the reinforcements. Sending the advanced troops to rescue as many civilians as possible to minimize casualties. I think most commanders would have made the same decision.
Okay, fair, but I feel like there's some type of situation going on. Like, I still think one of the commanders is going to be, like, evil.
Objective and cold logic. I understand it, of course. But when you see members of the reinforcements living happy lives years later, can you still keep your composure? I couldn't. Even if the chance was minuscule, I wanted my squad mates to survive. But they turned that chance to 0, and still have the nerve to embrace a peaceful future. I can't help but resent them. By the time I realized what I'd done, I had already taken several lives. Nathan. When I tied him up and was about to kill him, he begged me to spare him, saying he had something to give you, no matter what. That was when you re-entered my line of sight. I think I've said this before. We're very similar, yet we have completely opposite beliefs. After meeting you, I became even more certain. In the face of suffering, I chose destruction, while you were destined to choose to protect. But you're still entangled in your obsession with your squad mates. If this continues, you'll eventually sink into a void of despair. Their hope is like a bubble, ready to burst at any moment. The version of you I want to kill is the complete one, who can firmly reject my answer. If you haven't found your answer yet, then I'll be the one to push you forward. I kill you, or you end me. Either way works. But after seeing your growth, maybe I'd prefer you to step over my body. That's the final answer. Why? Emptiness and doubt. No matter how many targets of my revenge I took down, nothing changed. Aiming my gun at former comrades, drowning in hate and rage, all it left was a hollow emptiness.
Well, someone with a bullet hole in her, she sure talks a lot.
But you're different. You've gained unconditional trust from the proxy. You have the courage to fight through my trap. And eventually, you'll have a melody that's uniquely yours. My belief has faltered. I finally remember. My squad mates were fools, just like you. You're right. They would never want me to become this way. I talk about carrying their cross. But in truth, I never carried their will. So be it. Take the hostage and go.
Hostages.
One stained with the blood of others deserves nothing but a miserable end.
Unless you're trying to tell me there's only one now.
I'm looking forward to how long you'll be able to protect those in front of your eyes.
Karen doesn't leave. Instead, she kneels beside Grim Vulture, picks up the bullet-marked harmonica, and begins playing a melody titled Homecoming. I'm not sure how you're supposed to be playing it when you got a bullet in it. Melody briefly takes over as rolling downpour, reaching the ears of Grim Vulture. She lies bleeding out, barely clinging to life. A faint glimmer appears in her empty eyes in her final moment.
It can still be played after taking a bullet. Impressive.
This is my final melody to you. No matter how miserable you've become, I'll still remember you. Remember we once shared the same path in life. But in the end, our paths diverged. Your hatred has long twisted into sin. But if not for you, I wouldn't have learned how to hate, or found the true targets of my hatred. I used to know nothing. My teammates served as my teachers and taught me so much. And I think you must be my final teacher. You taught me, in the most intense way, what hatred truly means.
Really? So you found someone you want revenge against, too. That's good.
The melody of Homecoming plays on as the girl endures the agony of her ocular rejection, struggling to make the harmonica's notes rise above the sound of rain. As the last note fades amidst the relentless downpour, the defeated one takes her final breath. Wow, that was a lot of dialogue. A little too much, if you ask me. Rescue the kidnapped people. Leave the hull anonymously, report things to public security, and update the Shepherd on the situation. The series of tasks that needs to be done after such an intense battle leaves you dizzy. After requesting to meet the client with Shepherd, you receive his message, calling you to help us. Luxie, we arrived at the port. According to Shepherd, he, the client, and the rescued Jesky and Aaron should all be here, so we'll talk to them. Something bother you? Well, Proxy, you noticed? Even though we defeated Grim Vulture, I still can't seem to let her go. Just as I thought, when the wind changed in the falling banner block division, she could have retreated, waited for her sight to clear, and then resumed sniping. If she had done that, I would have had no chance of winning. But her pride wouldn't allow her to take an action that implicitly admitted her tactics were inferior. She still chose to engage in a shootout with me despite the blind spot. After realizing that she actually wanted to die, I started to wonder, was my course of action something she deliberately led me into? I would find a way to break her trap and create an opportunity for reversal, and she was waiting for that moment, waiting to test whether I had truly surpassed her with direct confrontation. I believe that was her intention. Her feelings must have been very complicated. I don't care about her intentions. Sorry, I was just talking to myself. We got a client together. He's still alive and hasn't become another Grim Fortress victim, so I suppose that's the best news we could have. Although I already understand that the client's true identity is not my teammate, and it may not bring him the hope I've longed for, I still want to face him. You guys again. Check that Jesse seemed to be exchanging tips about working in the internet intelligence trade. When he knows you want to talk to Jesse, Shepard cuts the conversation short and moves to a spot a bit further away. Ah, me again. How should I put it? You saved my life again. I really don't know how to thank you. Physically, I wasn't hurt much. But my mood is complicated. Being kidnapped by the same person twice. Maybe my intellect isn't really suited to being an information broker. I'm already considering a career change. Looking back now, someone who truly wanted to kill me then and there wouldn't have deliberately knocked me out again and left me to be rescued by you. But at the time, I just believed to have survived and never even suspected Zoe. When she suddenly showed up at my door claiming to have important information, I was completely unprepared. That's how I ended up being tied up in the hole for a second time. She no longer hid and played the hunting game with me, but instead stood directly in front of me, pointing her gun at me. I revealed the true reason why she wanted me to kill me. The defense of the fall of the whole capital was something I really don't want to remember. I know I'm a coward. The most critical moment, I chose to retreat along with the rest of the troops. But if you had seen that rapidly expanding hole, zero in person, sorry, you would have been terrified too. The moment you stepped inside, death was certain. Every soldier present knew that. My actions during the fall of the old capital are a stain on my career in the defense force. When I learned Zoe's true identity, I thought that being killed by her here would be nothing less than what I deserved. Yeah, no matter how resigned I was, when I was about to be killed, I was still terrified. So I desperately begged her for mercy, but she didn't pull the trigger. I mustered the courage to meet her gaze, only to find her eyes empty, looking at me as if I was an insect. She raised her gun, emptied the bullets into the ceiling, and walked away. It's meaningless. Those are the last words she said to me. Tell me back then, outside the whole seal, when we judged our current forces, couldn't stop the disaster and chose retreat, did we make it the wrong choice? I don't know. What's the point of asking you anyway? What I said wasn't hoping to hear from you. Anyway, thank you. At the very least, because of this incident, I'm afraid I will never forget the nightmare of the old capital's fall, nor the moment Zoe looked at me with those hollow eyes. Nathan, I'll remember the two of you. How can I not be angry? I clearly told you that if someone dies, you must inform me immediately. Now I would bring in experienced horror raiders to handle the situation, but you hid it from me and went on with the adventure. Two inexperienced proxies, with only one combatant to help. Well, not really, we had three. And you still challenged my bloodthirsty former soldier who killed so many. If I had known what you were planning to do, I would never share the location details with you. I came here to seek a win-win, not to see Wookiees charge off into danger and get themselves killed. Well, looks like Shepard does care. Guess we can't work together anymore. Can't work together? What do you mean we can't work together? Being able to defeat such a cunning killer and possessing that unique technique of controlling bamboo, you showed me incredible strength and exclusive tech like this, Faithin. How can I ever regard other proxies the same way after witnessing what you can do? From now on, I, Shepard, will handle your commissions. I'm betting on you that I can already foresee the day you reign supreme on the internet. It's me who should be thanking you. No matter how famous information brokers get, the influence is limited. But if one day Faithin becomes a legendary proxy, Shepard will also become renowned on internet. But don't do anything so risky again. I want something to happen to the treasure I bet on. Alright, now we got her, Erin. Ah, it's you. Thank you for saving me. Thank you for finding a soldier who could take down Zoe. My ribs are fractured. I'm here today, barely holding on, just to thank you in person. I was so foolish. I never even considered the possibility that Zoe was the perpetrator. On the way home through the ballot trends, we walked together. She actually knocked me unconscious from behind and brought me to the hole again. If I'd known earlier that she was a perpetrator, I would have killed her right there and then. A friend of yours. Zoe tied me in the room to pull up this hole. Told me her reasons for killing. and was about to shoot me, but all I could think about was that she had kidnapped my friend. I kept questioning her. Back then, outside the hall, my friend and I were both part of the reinforcement troops. I indeed felt the situation was dire and thought to retreat. My friend, she thought to go in. Why did you go after her? If you want revenge, you should have just killed me. Where is she now? I didn't even care about the gun pointing at my throat. I was repeating those few sentences over and over until she admitted that she had killed my friend. I will never forgive her, even if choosing to retreat was my mistake. Even if she carried the pain of losing companions. I had only one thought, to take her down with me. Yes, I couldn't break free from the ropes, couldn't friend her. All I could do was insult her over and over, begging her to kill me, but she didn't. She pinned me to the ground and beat me half to death, but stopped just before pulling the trigger. I glared at her with hatred, only to find her returning the gaze with even greater hatred. Her face streaked with tears. Why would scum like you ever even care about their companions? She hit me twice with all her strength and left with those words. Huh, how many innocent lives have she taken so far? How many families have been torn apart because of her? And she still dares to call me scum. But now that she's dead, there's no point in saying anything more. My friend will never come back. I can never forget the followed old capital, nor the series of nightmares that have followed recently. If I can meet her again in hell after I die, then I'll settle the score with her. Until that day comes, I'll make sure to survive. Anyway, thank you. Damn.
So you're the sniper from Lyre Squad. It's nice to finally meet you.
And you must be the one who's been searching for me. Nathan, the younger brother of Lethe. It's good to see you safe and sound.
That's right. I'm sorry for causing all this trouble. I nearly cost you your life, becoming a target of a victim from the fall of the old capital. Maybe that's what I get not helping my brother and the rest of the defense force back then. When the reinforcements decided to retreat, I spoke out against it. I had family among the soldiers already in the Hollow, but I didn't have the courage to take that step. The one that might have cost me my life. I'm sorry.
You don't need to feel regret or apologize. The outcome wasn't something you could have controlled. You cared deeply for Lethe, and even today you still think of him. To someone like him, who always cherished family, that's more than enough.
Thank you. I heard you've been searching for the members of Lyre Squad all these years. I'm nothing compared to your determination. Thank you for everything you've done, but please stop the search. It's time for you to start living a life that's truly your own. I hate to say this as a family member, but back then, they were already...
I know. You don't need to say it. I've been drowning in a fantasy of my own making for years, but it's a fantasy that kept me from falling into the abyss. Nathan, Grim Vulture told me you have something you want to give me. Is that why you commissioned someone to find me?
Yes. After learning about the bond between you and your squad, I knew I couldn't live with myself if I didn't get this to you. So I got on my knees and begged Grim Vulture, even playing this recording for her, hoping it would move her. Regardless of how things unfolded, what matters is that it wasn't destroyed, and I'm here, alive, to hand it to you.
Nathan rummages through his jacket pocket and takes out a slightly worn tape. Tape from Lyre Squad, described by Nathan's Leaf's younger brother. This long-sealed recording sparked a series of events that would follow. Years have passed, and while the tape surface shows some wear, the audio within remains pristine, as crystal clear as if it was recorded just yesterday.
I found this while going through my brother's belongings. It's been tucked away for years. There's a recording on it, and I think it's a gift Lyre Squad made for you, but never had the chance to give you.
Thank you so much. Do you mind if I listen to it now with the proxies?
With us?
Wait, with us? I thought we were just here to collect the commission fee today.
Go ahead. As for the commission fee, I'll pay it to you both shortly, so don't worry about that.
Nathan takes a step back. Karen looks at you, her lips seeming to tremble slightly. You try to hold her hand, feeling the warmth and strength of her palm. She presses the play button.
Hey, hello? Alright, it's a recording. This is a message from Lyre Squad for our little sniper. Everyone ready? I'll count down. 3, 2, 1.
Congratulations on your 1000th day with Lyre Squad!
Hey, you guys are totally out of sync.
Captain, can we redo this? The anniversary gift has to be perfect.
That's our assault specialist, Acheron. She has a strong sense of aesthetics, prioritizing beauty in both combat and her daily life. She taught me a lot about makeup and fashion.
Oh, she won't care if we're a little off. Forget the re-record. Let's just get it done and order the cake. We don't want him to sell out.
That's our medic, Kakaitis. He's usually lazy and a bit of a smooth talker, but he's actually very capable and kind. He taught me a lot about unconventional negotiation tactics and ways of handling things.
You two, stop arguing during the recording. I've already ordered the cake. If you keep rambling, we really will have to re-record this. Cut the chatter already.
And that's Styx, a reliable artillery specialist. He's the oldest in the squad. He loves sharing photos of his daughter and reminiscing about how he wooed his wife. The way he won her over inspired me a lot.
All right, let's all calm down. Wouldn't want to get on the captain's bad side. Captain, would you like to go first? We can edit or re-record whatever we need to.
That's our scout and engineer, Lethe. He's a bit self-conscious because of how his younger brother excels, and he's somewhat introverted, but he's actually very capable. He taught me sharp observation skills, calm execution under pressure, and how to make use of the environment.
Okay, thank you all for settling down before I completely lost my cool. It's fine. No need to cut anything or re-record. Let's just keep it as it is. Loud and messy, just like our Lyre squad.
That's our captain, who took me in and taught me how to play the harmonica. And the real Charon. I'll make sure to explain properly to you later, Proxy.
As you've heard, this recording is a little gift from the 5 of us. How time flies. When I brought you into the squad about 2.5 years ago, you were just a shy kid who blushed whenever you talked to someone. Over these 1,000 days, you've really worked hard to keep pace with our fighting rhythm. You've done incredibly well. In the last mission, your successful sniper kill of that high-risk ethereal really helped Acheron a lot. I hate to say it, but yeah, I went too far in last time. Thanks for getting me out of that mess. Just this once, I'll admit, your moves were more elegant in that fight.
And not just that fight. Ever since you became a quicker shot and learned to adjust for wind speeds on the fly, we've been taking fewer and fewer hits. Makes my job way easier. So, cheers.
You often worry about not doing enough. But in these 2.5 years, you've absorbed everything I know about stealth, reconnaissance, and tactical countermeasures. Trust me, you'll become an incredibly skilled sniper.
Having you covering us from the rear makes every fight feel safer. But you still have a lot to learn about socializing and romance. When peace finally comes to Eridu, leave us and live your own life.
Where did that come from? She's not leaving us. Even if she retires, she'll move into my house and I'll spoil her with loads of beautiful clothes. We can talk about living alone in 10 or 20 years.
That's an interesting proposition.
Sorry, I got carried away. Anyway, you're talented and hardworking. Over these 1,000 days, you've opened your heart to us and even encouraged us in return. Having you as a comrade is a blessing for all 5 of us. But I have to say one thing. You're always so sensitive and kind. Every time you see us get hurt, you look like you're about to break. Has our squad motto, having each other's backs, become too much of a burden for you? I get how you feel. When your squad mates trust you with their backs, your first instinct is to protect them, right? But that's not the way it should be. No one can shoulder everything alone. Don't try to carry everything on your own. Choosing to fight on the battlefield is my resolve. Feel it. Share yours with me. And when it's your turn to watch my back, I'll give my all to honor it too.
As long as you fight with all your strength, there's no such thing as failing to protect something, because your will and our will is preserved and carried on in other ways.
But don't let that weigh on you. Try to trust in us, just like we trust in you, no matter what.
I've struggled with that kind of thinking myself, but I eventually made my way through it. All this talk of camaraderie, of keeping each other safe, it's like a harmonica melody scoring our time together. Even when things change, our tune will go on. and that's enough.
Exactly. Honestly, I'm sometimes terrified. Afraid that someday, you'll blame yourself for failing to protect us and fall apart. That's why I wanted to record this message. Please, don't try to bear everything alone. Maybe you can start relying on us more, fully entrusting your vulnerable side to us. Our will has long been intertwined with yours. We're comrades. This is getting way too sentimental. It doesn't feel like me anymore. Anyway, we just want to see you trusting your comrades enough to share your burdens, even if it isn't us. Finally, we'd like to give you the song that's closest to us. If what we've said is hard to understand, just feel it through the music. Please, enjoy my masterpiece, Homecoming.
Proxy, do you remember? I was once terrified of seeing the look on their faces.
Yes. Can you see them clearly now?
Yes. Crystal clear. As if I've returned to the exact moment of parting. So this is our last glance. This is the answer you wanted me to find. Thanks, guys. For everything.
After meeting with Nathan, you spend a long time with Charon at Whatever's letting the sea breeze wash over you. You don't say a word because you both know it'll soon be time to part ways. As the temperature gets to cool, you head back to 6th Street with her.
Proxies. No. Wise. Belle. I've troubled you two a lot these days with my personal affairs. Words can't describe what you've done for me.
It's no trouble at all. To be honest, Belle and I have been a bit lost lately because of some personal matters. But meeting you has felt somehow comforting. Don't you think, Belle?
Well, a lot from you too.
Exactly. We got something out of the experiences we shared. At the very least, it's brought us clarity. I guess our wills have always been aligned, haven't they?
Yeah. When I was trapped in self-doubt, unable to get out, I'm glad you were there with me. You're right. We've already entrusted our backs to each other as comrades. And because of that, because we are comrades, please, hear me out. Maybe you've already noticed. I'm sorry, but I've been keeping something from you. Charon isn't actually my codename.
No duh.
As I mentioned before, Charon was my captain's codename. When I met both of you for the first time, I didn't want to tell you my codename, because I thought someone who couldn't protect their squad mates had no right to one. So I lied. Captain Charon was an orphan like me, with no family to mourn her. I've been using her codename because I may be the last person in the world who still remembers her. But I understand now. If I want to keep moving forward, I can't keep hiding behind a lie. My true codename is...
You don't have to tell me right now.
At the harbor, Nathan spoke to you privately. Was he offering you a chance to return to the Defense Force?
Yes. He said he still has a friend in the Defense Force who's currently forming a new squad. And if my goals align with theirs, I could consider joining them.
So, what's your decision? Where will you go next?
After everything that's happened, I think I do share the same goal as that friend of his in the new squad they're building. So I'll head back to the new Eridu Defense Force. and keep chasing my new goal with a new team.
And your new goal is?
Your new goal? Are you going to look further into the fall of the old capital?
Yes. My encounter with Grim Vulture has made me realize this should be the true form of my vengeance. I'll uncover the real culprits behind the old capital's fall and make them pay for their crimes. If the ferryman who leads me to the truth demands a price, I'm willing to wager my life. I have a gut feeling the masterminds will reveal themselves again soon. To protect the city my comrades cherished and sacrificed their lives for, I won't allow such a tragedy to happen again. By letting the will to protect guide my hatred, I now have a clear aim toward the truth.
That's exactly why we can't be completely honest with each other right now.
That's what I thought. If that's the case, then for now, we probably shouldn't learn your true codename, or lean on each other too much.
Are you saying we're on opposite sides?
No. We might walk different paths. Those paths will lead us to the same destination. It's just that, for now, we can't say any more than that.
And right now, we're still very powerless.
To be honest, after facing an enemy as ruthless as Grim Vulture, we're reminded of our own powerlessness. Watching you fight back, almost losing your life to a bullet, that feeling, we're nowhere near strong enough to protect you. And we're not strong enough to open up about our pasts either. Sorry.
Without a second thought of hesitation, Karen takes hold of each of your hands and brings them together at her chest.
If this is your slightly selfish principle, I'll respect it. You were once my proxies, and I'll keep this memory locked away as something I cherish. If, as you say, our destination is the same, then we should continue on our separate paths, striving to grow stronger. The next time we meet, I'll reveal my true codename. I hope we can become true comrades. I want your presence to forever remain in the melody of my life.
Deal.
Yes, it's a promise. We'll meet again, Charon.
Watch the woman who calls herself Charon walk further and further away. The Defense Force soldier waits for her at the end of the path.
Hello. I'm the sniper from the former Lyre squad of the Chrysoberyl Division, recommended by Captain Nathan, originally of the new Eridu Defense Force's Obsidian Division.
Yeah, I heard about you from my superior. You're the one who dealt with the serial murders targeting the Defense Force, right? Well, the new Eridu Defense Force is ready to welcome you back. Let me confirm a few details before taking you to base. Which squad are you applying to join? Did you have a code name during your previous service?
I'm applying to join the Obsidian Division's Obel Squad. As for my codename, Trigger, I was Trigger of Lyre Squad.
Things will come to an end. Belle, do you think we'll ever see Charon again? Yeah, I hope so too. Must grow, get stronger, and gain greater power to face any crisis. When we reunite with her then, we must... Exactly. However, after hearing about the connection between Charon and Grim Vulture, I can't help but feel a bit sad. Two people with the same fate ended up walking completely different paths, becoming enemies. Belle, if we also encounter enemies who once experienced the same fate, and now walk completely different paths, with opposing goals, forced to be enemies, what would you choose to do? I would defeat them. Right, our goal is clear, and we will never waver. If they truly stand in our way, Belle, I would fight alongside you to defeat them. We will prove our worth as Faithen. After everything that's happened, I feel a bit tired. Yeah, me too. You must feel the same, right, Belle? We'll get more and more commissions from the Shepherd from now on. How about we take a short break while we can? Short break, my ass. That was like three full parts in one. Yeah. That was literally just one goal. That's way different. But even here, it was like 3 parts. And this one was like full on 2 hours and 30 minutes. Oh boy. Is this gonna be the future of character stories? Because they kind of feel like they gotta be like one stream only. Alright. What are my thoughts and opinion? I enjoyed the story. Seemed interesting how to see the origins of Faithen before they became Faithen. Well, you know what I mean. Before they opened the video store, that's what I should have said. I do think the dialogue was like way overkill. Like, sometimes it felt like they repeated the same thing over and over and over. To be honest, I think they should just shorten it a little, you know? And the dialogues between missions need work too. Because I'm very slow. Like, very, very slow. Alright. That's my only criticism. I did enjoy the story. It's longer than I would have expected. Anyway, it's time to talk to Corin. We don't figure out what the ghost really is. Mr. Client's interest could be in bit trouble. What ghost? Oh, great spirit! Please don't hit me. Oh, my apologies, just Master Proxy. I was reading about VR experiences. A German client of mine said that he recently participated in an event launched by HIA. But during the experience, he saw a ghost. It's a kind of white ghost you can't attack or interact with, but would suddenly appear in the corner of a combat scene to startle you. The customer is now so scared that he doesn't want to enter the club anymore. What should I do about this? Let's verify it firsthand. So, would it be possible to ask Master Proxy to go to the club with me? If you're with me, I'm sure we can overcome my fear. Hello, welcome to the Whole Investigative Association Career Club. Let me introduce our new event, Virtual World Battlestorm. With brand new enemies and brand new stages. Join now to claim abundant rewards. Yes, that's it, Virtual World Battlestorm. This is a new event where customer encounters something special. Something special? I guess our new event has indeed brought a different battle experience to users. How about it? Would you like to try it out? Why not? Okay.
I am the Eye of Obel. Sniper trigger. Standing by.
No problem. Let's go have some fun.
Guess this is kind of like a tutorial thing. Ah, we're back here.
You better thank me. Go.
Recalibrating.
Copy. This will cost.
Right on cue. I'm on it. Outbound.
Oh, I got a freaking timer now.
Now you pay.
Increase firepower.
A perfect conduit.
Hit the core. Adjusting for wind.
There we go. Why is there so many? And there's 5, 10, 3.
This is the path. My blade is ready. You have my blade is at the ready. Get
That's
going.
different. I was expecting Lucy to be part of this. Well, part of this team, I should say.
My blade is already sheathed.
Suicide!
Roger. Waste of time. It's over.
And that was surprisingly quick. We'll start with the basics, go to the advanced ones, and do the bosses. Wait, why is that one blue and this one pink?
Hey, don't look down. Yeah, you know what? The stage will be mine.
It's my duty to protect the asset.
Wasn't better than this team either.
I'll protect you.
Allow me.
I'll manage things from
Pick it up.
There we go, one chain attack.
Here we go.
heads up.
Come on, try harder. Wait now. Safety is mandatory. All right, I'll take the mic.
Counter.
Stand still. Let me beat you into the foundation.
Removing threat.
There we go. Two more to go. Assume I can do it.
Want a glass of sure? Let's go play.
Let's stir up some trouble.
Ready when you are.
So what's this one?
Okay. I'll make it painless.
Jane, time to rotate. Open your eyes, criminal.
Being happy is what counts.
Turn over, and you leave.
Weird, the things didn't come up. But it worked.
Huh? We'll get it done.
So be it.
Oh yeah, two cops and pretty much a gangster girl.
Hairs are here.
I don't recognize that one. Is that you?
watching. Move!
Yep.
Taking the shot.
Don't push it. Out you red-handed. Let me give you a little treat. Like this.
An opening. No restrictions. Fire it well. Yeah. Yep. Drop the weapon. Suppressor K-22. Maximum firepower.
Under justice is served. You're fine. Gotta run. In it. Okay.
Taking the shot.
Round them up.
Surrender your weapon.
There we go. Now I gotta do number 5 and 3 bosses. I think. Yeah.
I've got your back. I've got you covered. Let's move.
No problem. Let's go have some fun.
Adjusting for wind.
I'm on it.
You're in my sight.
Right on cue. Wait.
Recalibrating. Quick shot.
A perfect conduit. Now you pay.
Stay focused.
The target's weary.
This prey is mine.
Sounds ready. Off balance. Huzzle.
I'll pierce right through. Is our prey giving sneak attack?
Too slow.
The melody of chaos.
Quick shot.
Who's the boss now? Beg for mercy. That's that. Too late.
Right on cue.
This bullet will reach its mark.
Gotta keep the claws sharp.
Wanna recharge?
That's actually a sweet shot. Next one should be fast and easy.
This is the path. Strike.
Ricochet, secure the perimeter.
Get going. Weakling. Resistance is futile.
Out of my way!
It's over. Waste of time. Leave everything to me. Fine. My blade is already sheathed. Leave the rest to me. Take and make it play. Surrender. It's my turn. Right. Enemies of Section 6 shall pay. Weakling. Victory. The only option.
Easy.
You want a tip? Yeah, you know what? Let's make a grand.
I'm surprised they don't have the trial cans out
You're in
already.
good hands.
Yeah, this one may be a bit harder. Oh good, it wasn't like end the mission timer.
Don't blink! You'll make me dash you into the ground! Punch! Weak mount! Head for a hammering!
Heads up. The best defense is a strong offense. Don't even try.
All right, my song is with you!
All exits are now seized.
Safety is mandatory!
Sorry, no one gets past me.
Here we go! Oh, that's amazing! Head for a hammering!
Now we got Team Anomaly coming up. Probably a good thing I'm doing this because I need all the points I can get.
Wanna go? Sure. Let's go play.
I've been waiting.
Consider it done.
Team Anomaly now. Burn, baby, burn.
I'll do my best.
Burning
Let's make this quick.
James, time to rotate.
Sure.
Seth, in position.
Being happy's what counts.
You're headed behind bars.
Hit him where it hurts. Don't get hit.
Prepare to face judgment.
Now, you're the prey. No escape.
I can take him. Ready for a fiery feast.
Found your weakness.
Seth, reporting in.
That's a heat up.
Turn over, and you leave. You may remain silent.
This'll be painless. Psych.
Alright, one more. And then 3 bosses.
Officer 148, mission start.
A new case to so be it. Need some time to make some money.
What now?
Don't push it. Okay, move it. Caught you red-handed. Yeah.
An opening. Yep. Drop the weapon. Don't even try it. You're surrounded.
Justice is served. Behave now. Fine. Gotta run. Get it.
Taking the shot. Pressor K-22. Maximum firepower.
You walked right into this one. It's no good surrendering. You can share the field. Tread carefully. Bye-bye, suckers.
An opening.
Sure.
Stop resisting.
Neat and tidy.
Taking the shot.
Round them up.
Hands up. No restrictions. Fire it well.
There we go. Now for the bosses. Okay. Oh, now you do it. Then I gotta go back to do Trigger's story missions.
desert. Leave it to me. Adjusting for wind.
Right on cue.
Got you covered.
Fire support ready. Off balance. Show me mercy. Now you pay.
The target's weary.
Focus up. Right over.
Up here for
What you deserve.
In the ass. And I talk about hers. Talk about the robots. Again? Okay.
Standing by.
Not what I was expecting, but okay.
Target locked. You're cornered. Supporting position. You're in my sight.
Now you pay.
Get behind me.
Down strategy.
Time to pin
Off balance.
The target's weary.
I'm on it. Keep focused. It's time.
Got you covered.
Right over.
Up here for
Now you pay.
Recalibrating.
What you deserve.
Smooth. I wonder if they'll eventually add a camera mode to those wipeouts. I think a lot of people like the idea of taking pictures of them. One more and that's it. Then I gotta do trigger swing and that's it.
This enemy uses explosive siege weapons for close quarters combat.
Huh. Must have never ran into it before.
Prioritize attacking the rear ammunition compartment.
Recalibrating. Target locked. Evasive from
Outside. It's time.
Got you covered. Adjusting for wind.
Right on cue. Mind the blind spot. I'm on it.
Not sure what happened then.
Keep focused.
Done. That's probably going to take me out of the event to finish off the story for this event. Or not. So far, no ghosts. There's been so many combats. Why haven't I seen the ghost that the client mentioned? Maybe I skated away. But this shouldn't be a misunderstanding, because the client said he's seen the ghost several times, almost thinking it was a VR horror game. Could it be because you're just too amazing? However, the customer said he encountered ghosts so many times that he almost thought it was a VR horror game. Ghosts? Are you talking about the white spectral figures that can't attack or interact with you, but might suddenly startle you from a corner of the combat scene? How did you know? Never expected that the programmer's plank would actually slip past our inspection and trick our esteemed guest. Plank, what does that mean? I'm a bit confused. Why the programmer gentleman, while constantly working overtime fixing bugs, suddenly had a lot of thought. Since he could fix bugs, why couldn't he create them? And so he deliberately wrote a special piece of code into the program. Genius programmer. So the so-called ghost is merely an artificial implanted anomaly? However, we have already repaired it during the comprehensive investigation. How exactly did the gentleman this lady mentioned triggered this program error? Gentleman client said he was very much looking forward to the new event, so he came to the HIA club during late night when no one was around. After accidentally wandering in, he happened to discover a VR machine that was not been turned off. Saying this is due to the negligence of our staff, and we sincerely apologize. However, this mischievous client seems to enjoy late night adventures. The silent lobby, empty tables, phantoms in the virtual space. No wonder I'm scared of his wits. I sincerely apologize for the misunderstanding caused by our club's oversight. We'll definitely strengthen our regulation in the future, whether it concerns the mischievous staff or mischievous clients. What? The client was so vivid in his description that it's keeping me from sleeping well. Turns out there are no ghosts. I was just scaring myself. Now the problem is solved, and the client can now be at ease to continue his VR combat training. Thank you, investigator. Well, that was easy. And with that event done, just leaves one more. Five. 10, actually. Damn. Okay. So heat the ether cores, and only the ether cores. That's gonna be a bit tricky. Okay, not too bad. This one just gonna be combat. Nope, sniper. Don't hit hostages, got it. That's gonna get harder. Man, they're really pushing it with these events. I don't think events really need 2 tiers of combat or whatever. Okay. 2 more to go. Then I'll check to see if I really have to do to the assessment one. This is awkward. That was actually awkward. Crates don't move. Train does, but not crates. Wait, what? I was gonna say, how am I expected to see? All right. Now check out the assessments. Had a lot of practice with just style the archery. Yep, I do. Okay. Oh, more to go. Oh, it's definitely not easier. Hey, that one's not fair. Hey, what am I supposed to do? Shoot the ball at its feet? Was that at least a pass? Yep. Alright, easy. Too bad you can't actually move. One more, and that's it. I've done everything. Wow, this is actually hard. Done. Ooh, okay. I'll just grab the rewards and use them. Hey. Oops. Alright. That was a long and eventful day, but now it's time for wishes. I don't have a lot of poise, but it'll have to do. So, I got like 49 chances with 1,300. Not even enough for 10, but we'll see how we go. Nada. 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 The gacha guys are looking poorly on me. Always wanted me to be like 19 in or something to get one character. Still nada. Alright, last one. Last one. Damn. Alright, well, that's it. I can't do any more. Yeah, I literally can't do any more. Alright, well, I'm gonna wrap things up for today. Hope everyone enjoyed, and please tune in next time. See ya.